Okay, welcome one more time, everybody, to another episode here on the Sitrep podcast channel. I am your host, Risky Jim, and we're going to take another look at our Somalia Mogadishu game that we ran this past Sunday with my friend Rasmus, where we're testing out some of the new standardized, codified, written down, officially cleaned up, maybe not officially, but definitely, written down, standardized, cleaned up rules for modern edition Valor Victory. So Valor Victory, one more time, is a great system designed by Barry Doyle, available on Board Game Geek and valor-and-victory.com. It's a great little print and play World War II infantry squad game. We've used it for all kinds of battles, obviously in World War II. And for the last year or so, we've been expanding it as well into post-1945 modern era conflicts. We've done the Falklands, we've done Vietnam, Lebanon, Australia versus Taliban in Afghanistan. We've done all kinds of conflicts. For whatever reason, one of our most popular ones so far has been Somalia 1993. Of course, I'm talking about Operation Gothic Serpent, made famous in the movie Black Hawk Down. And we're going to take another swing at this scenario today. So everyone has seen the movie Black Hawk Down. I will certainly not go into the history of the battle at all. I mean, we've done it before. When we first ran this with Dylan, we did it again with Rasmus, so I'm not going to do it a third time. Everybody knows the story behind Black Hawk Down. If not, check out the movie. It's actually pretty good. Historical accuracy-wise, I mean, at least it's close. Of course, no movie is going to be great when it comes to historical accuracy and detail. But as far as movies goes, Black Hawk Down is pretty good. If you'll watch Black Hawk Down, you'll get the basic idea of how this thing was going on. So this was the scenario that we had set up last Sunday, again with Rasmus, playing the Somali insurgents, the Muhammad Adid militia, the SNA militia, and myself trying to play the Americans. It was a playtest game to see how these new types of units would interact with each other on the battlefield. So we put them right up against each other in kind of ridiculous proximity right off the bat, very fast, in large numbers. Wasn't the most historically accurate game in the world. There was no surprise when the Rangers and Delta Force made their attack on the Olympic hotel that we see, famously here. The Somalis were prepared. They had gigantic technicals with twin 23mm automatic cannon that they didn't have historically. They had douches set up and technicals on both sides. The building was ringed with RPGs. None of it was like that historically. There was no surprise to the raid at all. And needless to say, my Little Birds and my Blackhawks walked into a meat grinder. I lost a Little Bird and two Blackhawks before I even reached the damn hotel. Or I should say in the process of reaching the hotel. But again, that wasn't really the purpose of the game or purpose of the session, purpose of the stream. It was, again, to kind of crash everything together, see what stuck. Almost like a super collider experiment. We just literally took protons and smashed them into each other and to see what would happen. Now, by contrast, the purpose of today's stream is to take... I mean, we're not doing it in full scale. We're doing a very, very small piece, so to speak, of that Operation Gothic raid. Sort of a smaller, miniaturized version. We have the Olympic Hotel. We have, obviously some streets here in our recreated Mogadishu type of a game board here. But the forces involved are not nearly as big as we saw in Operation Gothic Serpent. I mean, I can't remember. They must have hit that place with at least a company of Rangers. I have at most a platoon. And then I think it was Lieutenant Colonel McKnight went in there with his ground task force. I can't remember how many Humvees and trucks he had in his convoy. I only have 3 Humvees and 1 truck. So again, this is like a sample-sized look at what was going on that day in Mogadishu. Okay, so the overall, I'll go into a tiny bit of the history here, just so we can understand how the game goes. So here's the American setup. The Americans have to come in through a certain hex X12 right there. Okay, they all have to enter in along that hex. Their mission, they are absolutely required to get all of their helicopters to within 2 hexes of the Olympic Hotel on the end of their movement phase on turn 1. I mean, that's no big deal because helicopters have infinite movement, but it means the helicopters can't shop around for targets, shoot up Somalis they might see along the way, Somali militia that they see along the way, anything like that. They have to go in hot. They have to go in very, very fast. And the reason for that is the whole point of this mission is to apprehend a number of HVTs, high-value targets, that are hanging out here in the Olympic Hotel. So the Olympic Hotel, I don't think it had Adid himself, Muhammad Adid himself, but it had a bunch of his clowns kind of, holed up in here, chewing cod, playing cards, drinking tea, whatever it is they're doing, planning all kinds of, nefarious underdoings. We had decent intelligence that a fair amount of his network was, his leadership was there at the Olympic Hotel. So this is a helicopter ambush. We have to get there right off the bat, get all 4 corners, seal the place up, assault the building, and do all that on turn 1. If we don't do it on turn 1, they obviously hear the helicopters. They actually had about 2 minutes warning historically. Lookouts that were overlooking where the Americans took off from. They took off here from Task Force Ranger, and then they flew this way, and then they flew up that way, and then they hit the Olympic Hotel. And of course, Somali militia had kids up here on the high ground and here in some of these buildings looking here. And as soon as those Blackhawks took off, again, it was like 20 Blackhawks, and I don't even know how many MH6 Little Birds. It was a big, big effort, much bigger than we'll see in tonight's game. As soon as those birds took off, these Somali leaders got a call saying, "Hey, guess what? The Americans are coming." The good news is this map is only about 2 miles across, and Blackhawks and Little Birds can cover 2 miles in a big hurry. So we had at most 2 minutes warning. So we are trying to, like I said once more, try to get to this hotel as fast as we can, and then we have to try and get at least 1 ground vehicle here, adjacent to that objective hex that we see tucked up underneath there, and then back off the table through that same hex. I can take any road I want, I just have to get off that same hex, X-ray 12 there, down there in the corner. And if I can do that, I get 20 points, 20 victory points. Getting my helicopters to the Olympic Hotel is not an option. There's no points involved. It's do or die. If you don't do that on turn 1, the game's already over. So you have to do it, is the long and short of it. The Somalis do have roadblocks made up of burning tires and other trash they were using to block some of the roads. So those roads are not passable to any ground vehicle. They are passable with no penalty to any ground infantry force, any leg-based force, pedestrian force, and of course helicopters can fly over them. We do have some civilians on the board that the Americans have to watch out for. They move randomly. And one of the huge differences that we had from Sunday's game is we have the Somalis split. So the Somalis are slightly reinforced, believe it or not. I took away their gigantic technical, their obscene technical. They did not have anything like this historically. Again, we were just playing around and making, seeing how different units, would interact with each other. So I gave them an extra technical with a douche on there. Rewatching little bits of Black Hawk Down, I think I gave them too few technicals, if anything. So I gave them a few more technicals this time. And 1 additional squad. Now the trade-off is only the first 2 units get to set up on the table. Those are the guys that are on the table when the strike comes in. They're scattered throughout the city. I put a couple units there in the Olympic Hotel. These militia leaders have some gunmen that are just hanging out, keeping an eye on the bodyguards and the like. And that's kind of what that represents. What happened historically is that once the strike went in and seized the hotel, assaulted the hotel, captured everybody in the hotel, like they literally arrested everybody in the building, and then they started to drag them out. That's when the whole city was like an overturned ant pile. militia poured out of every door, every sewer, every window, every rooftop. AKs, RPDs, RPKs, RPGs, PKMs, all the toys. And getting in was easy. Getting out, well, we've all seen the movie. Different story. So again, Force A is on the table. Force A is on the table. That's all they get at first. They get the rest of their stuff. All of Force B comes in again. The second half of, on their first movement phase from any table edge. The Americans start off basically surrounded. Alright, so I've got, again, my Somali set up. I've got my real leader down here hiding in some buildings where helicopters almost, let me go ahead and draw this so you can see a little bit better. My real leader, my -2 commander, is way down here this time. In a building where I'm pretty positive an American helicopter cannot get line of sight on him on turn 1. So I'm afraid just to be a little gamey and a little cheesy, I want to make sure that my leader doesn't get Black Hawk sniped on the very first turn of the game. So he's kind of, almost underground, so to speak. I do have some other forces kind of chilling in a couple places. So we'll have, let's see here. Again, we've got those Adid militia leadership bodyguards here and there, and then we've got some other small units. These are just, the initial militia that happen to be hanging around. Again, very, very small force. Again, the Americans can get in easily. Getting out is what's going to be the issue. That's when the rest of those forces show up. All right. So quickly check here. What's going on, Mr. Chat? Thanks everybody for coming out. Oh, I also wanted to thank Because Science Teacher. Thank you for subscribing here on Twitch. We really appreciate it. Every little bit helps, so we definitely appreciate the support. So those of you who might have watched, Because Science Teacher says that is one way to change the game balance. Yeah, I mean the game balance on Sunday was a tragedy. I mean it was, but yeah, it wasn't really supposed to be like a tournament level, win or lose kind of a scenario. We were, again, super collider testing. Crash Blackhawks into RPGs as fast as you can and see what happens. You don't expect the protons to survive your super collider experiment. We were just playing around. What was I going to say here? Today we're doing things a little bit more scientifically. We're trying to, now that we know the basic system works, there were also some rules tweaks that we identified in Sunday's game, especially vis-a-vis helicopters. Those have now been incorporated already into our spiffy new rulebook that is being written for Valor Victory Modern Expansion. So it goes without saying, Valor and Victory was, designed by Barry Doyle. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. It's a free print and play game. So again, we're not, we're not causing anybody any problems, I hope. Or I know. But all we're doing here is we're creating a new series of glorified house rules, so to speak, that just allow a more modern look at infantry squad-based combat. So those rules that we kind of identified and said, well, we should clean that up a little bit, tighten that up, clarify that a little bit. That all has already been written into the rulebook. That rulebook is now about 3/4 of the way done. It includes, all kinds of stuff. Artillery-delivered minefields, artillery-delivered anti-tank missiles, Bradleys, night fighting, drones, IEDs, booby traps. We're going all out on Valor and Victory Moderns. It's one of our more popular things that we feature here on the Sitrep podcast, and people do want to play this. So I'm coming out with counter sheets over on Board Game Geek, and we are coming out with an actual rule set that you can use. Again, it's not a complete rule set. You still need the Valor and Victory base system. I specifically recommend the D+1 edition. That seems to be the most clarified rule set that he's come out with so far. This Valor and Victory Modern expansion is designed to kind of stack on top of that D+1 edition for Valor and Victory. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, the Somalis are already set up. We've got some civilians on the table. We begin with the Americans on turn 1. The Americans are moving first. Okay, so the Americans have no command phase because they're not on the table yet. The Americans have no fire phase. They're not on the board yet. We go straight to the American movement phase. Here's the thing. At the beginning of any movement phase, both sides, when there are civilians on the table, you have to roll for civilians first. Civilians move randomly. Neither side really controls them. They are a factor, though, and they can be exploited and used a great deal by the insurgent player. Not so much by the regular forces player. Okay, but for now, we're going to roll for the first civilian hex up here in H1. A 1, he is moving. A 1 through a 3, he moves, and then you roll on the artillery scatter diagram to see which way he moves. So civilian gang, or not gang, civilian refugees in H1 are moving into direction 3. So they hear the helicopters and they know something's coming. Hotel 9 is not moving. What is that? Here, Tango 4 is moving. Number 4 in their direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. They move right down this building side for some reason. They're trying to get under tree cover. You hear those Blackhawks coming in. X-Ray 7 is moving. Civilians are anxious. 5. 1, 2. He's getting into a building. Okay, so civilians start to scatter to get under cover as the Blackhawks come in. Now we begin with American movement phase. Okay, the Americans have to, again, enter into hex X-Ray 12. That street hex there. So we have altitude rules for our helicopters. I won't go into all the rules explanations here, but my little birds, we go ahead and zoom in on them a little bit. Including, how's those for counters? Pretty badass. Including, I literally made them up on lunch break today, brand new Delta Force. So we did not have Delta Force in Sunday's game. I am including them in today's game. And we are trying out for a new rule today. Our Tier 1 operator, our Spec Ops, I mean, there's already elite troops on the table. Rangers, US Marines, certain other units are considered elite. But these are elite, almost like elite plus. So they're all elite. They have that E, so they unlock the abilities that are, you know, defined by that E rating. But what they also have is even their regular squads and half squads are considered -1 leaders. So they have all the leader abilities also unlocked. Regular Rangers, regular Marines, Royal Paras, Royal Marine Commandos, Waffen SS, Soviet Guards, whatever you want to call it. Regular elite troops don't get that. These are like best of the best. SAS, Green Berets, Delta Force, you know, Israeli Mossad, like the serious badasses are the ones that are going to get that. It doesn't really give them like any kind of an extra punch. It doesn't make them hardier, but it gives them, remember how movement works in Valor Victory. It gives them, you know, leadership abilities. It gives them extra movement. It gives them, you know, bonuses to hit. It gives them bonuses to evacuate casualties. We see in the movie where Delta Force guys basically take over Ranger units and they've lost officers and NCOs. They're all leaders. So we're going to try out that rule today and see how that works. And one of the problems I had on Sunday was, again, we gave Rasmus everything. And he was allowed to deploy a Maginot Line kind of a defense as soon as he came in. So what happened to me last Sunday was, as I came in here, there was a douche hiding here in this brush here in Tango 5. 50 caliber 12.7 millimeter heavy machine gun hit the little bird, knocked it down, and it crashed here in this parking lot somewhere. So fortunately today that's not going to happen. But I could take some ground fire. I do have to be careful. There are some units here I have to watch out for. Some units here I have to watch out for. Alright, so it's not quite a free ride. So I'm going to use the low altitude. You can take low, high, or landed, the 3 basic altitudes for a helicopter. And basically I'm going to fly down this street and try to make sure that I take as little ground fire, if any. Technically that's a building hex, so I have to fly this way. So even though you have infinite movement, you don't just put your helicopters on the table and say, okay, they're here. because the enemy does have to watch where you're going. And okay, never mind. There's no line of sight there. We have to check for lines of sight. Okay, so little birds are allowed to land on building roofs. He's going to land in that little courtyard area there. Or at least insert troops there. The other one's going to follow the same thing. Again, I'm going to double check here, but I don't see any lines of sight. I have to watch out for this team, and of course these guys. These guys have a line of sight that begins at that line and goes that way. I just have to make sure that I don't pop out. That's why I'm kind of going down this street. So my little bird flight path is kind of like this. Again, I'm not allowed to fly. Whoa, wait a minute. I might take some ground fire. That's visible, that's visible, that's visible. That hex isn't. I have to avoid trees and buildings because I'm flying really low to the street. Okay, so this unit up here has a line of sight that begins on this line and extends counterclockwise. Described by hex side there in F5. Okay, so he's able to do this. Alright, he's able to do that, and not after that he's blocked by his own building because he's not on the roof. Okay, cool. Okay, so to complete my movement on these helicopters, they're going to go ahead and select landed for their altitude. Troops are out. Troops are allowed, now for helicopters, troops are allowed to debark in the helicopter hex or in any adjacent hex. And there's a big reason for that I will, get into at a later time. Certain helicopters would literally break the, whatchamacallit, wait a minute. Hold on. Certain helicopters, guys, would literally break the system like Chinooks. Can carry up to 40 men sometimes. You know, you can't. That would break the stacking rules. I think I will risk the ground fire. Do I want to risk the ground fire? Coming in at low, it's going to be 8 points. You know what? No, I'm not going to risk it. This is considered part of the Ranger, part of Delta Force's movement, so it will trigger some opportunity fire. Ideally, I would have liked to go in there with some gunfire ahead of time and smoke these two Somali teams out a little bit. The difficulty there is again, a line of fire and line of sight is always a two-way street. If I can shoot at them, they can shoot at me. And if that happens, I'm going to wind up losing a little bird on the way in. And trust me, helicopters crashing, not a good idea. So for those of you who may have seen the movie, this is literally 1542 hours, 3 October 1993, when we saw Delta Force. That, by the way, is Hood and Sanderson. These are the two main Delta Force characters that you see in that movie. They just kind of jumped out of the little birds, and there's now going to be a little bit of a gun battle inside the Olympic Hotel, kind of like we saw in the movie. So I've got 2 full squads of Adid SNA militia. They have a total of 16 points. They're going to go ahead and take their opportunity fire now. They're on the gray row there. Unfortunately for me, they have to add 2 to their roll because I am in damaged buildings. So I'm just hoping now that they roll pretty badly. Otherwise, this game's going to go sideways pretty quick. Of course, they roll a 3. Oh boy. Alright, guys. We're already having some problems. Hold on a second. That's not good. A 5 on an 18 is 4 casualty points. Oh boy. Hello, Commando Solo, 1983. I just mod someone and you can ban them and clean up the chat. Yeah, it's no big deal. I can do that later, Commando Solo. I am a mod, obviously on my own channel. I'm just on another computer running the actual game here. This is the safety in the movie, why don't you have your safety on in the chow hall? He's like, this is my safety right here, sir. Yes, Commando Solo 193, absolutely. So I get some of my theme music from, oh god, what's the name of the website? Free, oh god. Can I look it up later and get back to you on that? It's like free pd.sound or something like that. Yeah, we're already off to a really bad start here. So I wound up with an adjusted 5 here on my die roll on the 16 column. Again, that 2 is for the building, damaged building. Oh wait, technically that is true. Hold on. This is part of what gets the game screwed up, so I don't pay attention to the rules. Because they only moved 1. They do get the assault move. So okay, so guys, here's the rule that we've been forgetting a lot in Valor Victory. When infantry units move less than half of their speed, they get +1 to their bonus. They get +1 to their defense. Just slam it in chat when you get a chance, no worries. Yeah, Commander, I'll definitely take care of it when I get to it. It's just, again, right now I've got a few other... I mean, if it becomes obnoxious, if anybody starts saying anything like offensive or anything, I can pause the chat and take care of it. But if it's just some random bot spam, fine, have fun. Right now I've got Delta Force guys who just got the shit shot out of them. Okay, so the official rule is you get assault movement if you use less than half of your movement. These guys are passengers on a vehicle. Now, did the vehicle move half? Well, technically they have infinite movement, and they did not move half of infinity. So they only moved technically 1 when they bailed out of the helicopter. That's less than 6. The movement rate of a unit with a leader. Oh, look, they're Delta Force. All units are inherently leaders, so everybody gets to move at 6. They only moved 1, so they moved less than half. We're going to go ahead and call that assault movement. Which means that this 2 goes up to a 3. 2 for the building. Again, I count buildings for 2. I know Valor Victory chapter numbers counts buildings for 3. But I count it as 2. I say the buildings are always damaged. So I got 3, 2 for the building, and 1 for the assault move. That makes the total Somali roll a 6 on the 18 table, which knocks this down to 4. Oh boy, that sucks. I just lost half my Delta Force. Alright. Delta Force is knocked down. Oh boy. So that was 1, 2, 3 casualty points assessed for that. And then I will pin down Hoot. And that will be my 4th. Oh, I only have to take 3 casualty points. So do I want to? I'm going to take one hell of a huge risk here. I'm going to take a huge risk. Okay, so again, my modified roll is a 6. The Somalis had a total of 16 points. That puts them on this row here. So you cross-reference that. 6 was their adjusted roll. On that column, they wound up with 3 casualty points. You can pin down a unit for 1 casualty point I'm going to pin down pretty much all of Delta Force. Except for Commander Sanderson. Or, I don't remember what his rank was. Except for Sanderson. So those three guys are pinned. We're not turning all the way around. That's kind of silly. Alright, and Sanderson continues moving there. Except now he's moved 4. Which means he's not... Okay, that plan's not going to work. Okay, never mind. I'm still going to do it that way, but my little nefarious plan is not going to work. It's not going to be technically legal. Nope, you have to, the first part of the battle has already gone pretty bad. Delta Force got pretty badly shot up going into the Olympic Hotel. The good news is these guys here have taken their opportunity fire, so the rest of the Blackhawks should have pretty much a free ride in. So here is Chalk 1 on Super 6-1. We're coming in on X-Ray 12. He comes down the helicopter. Again, roadblocks don't bother helicopters. We've already got this particular area pretty much scouted out. And it's even safer now because these two units have already taken their opportunity fire. So the Rangers are going to chalk rope their way in there. They're going to fast rope their way in there. Here's Super 6-1. Here comes 6-2. And I'm not required to do this, but I'm going to try and get all the corners. Again, the rules say I only have to get within 2 hexes of the hotel. I've definitely done that. In fact, let me go ahead and... There we go. Because Somalis can come in from the north as well. Hell, they can come in from anywhere. Now, the Blackhawks cannot land in this particular scenario. That's part of the scenario rules. Obviously a Blackhawk can land in real life, but here Blackhawks are not able to land. These city streets are too narrow. That's why they fast rope in. They rappel out of the doors of the helicopter. Okay, so as these guys come in, I'm going to zoom in a little bit because now we're actually into the assault on the Olympic Hotel. Yeah, because Science Siege, we've already had a bit of an issue here as far as our Delta Force. These Somalis were really chewing the good cat this afternoon, and they shot the dog shit out of. Nobody's dead, but Delta Force is pinned down there in the Olympic Hotel. They're pinned down in the hallway in the stairwells. There's a hell of a gun battle going on in there. Fortunately, 2 Blackhawks just showed up with door miniguns. They're going to open fire while fast roping infantry out of there, and then there's going to be an assault. So, first of all, we are looking at... Now, my line of sight isn't great. In fact, you know what? The hell with this. No more playing nice guy here. Now we have unobstructed views into that building. We're still within 2 X's of the building, and I don't have to worry about taking opportunity fire from these guys, because again, they've already taken their opportunity fire. So here comes helicopters are the only units. Well, actually, in Valor Victory, no units can move and fire in the same turn. I created helicopters for Modern's Valor Victory. Again, Valor Victory is originally written for World War II. No helicopters in World War II, so we basically have made them up for our house rules here. So UH-60s are of course helicopters. They get helicopter rules. They can fire at the end of their movement, and unlike other vehicles, like ground vehicles. So here comes UH-60 Blackhawk number 1. He's got door guns of 5, which might get kicked up a little bit later in future editions. It looks like they had like M214 miniguns in the movie, so that probably is a little low, but that's fine for now. I do have to add 2 for my die roll, however, because I am shooting into a building, a damaged building. So here's something for some good rolls. And I'm trying to pin down some of these guys, and if I can pin some down or chew down these squads a little bit. Again, the Rangers are going to fast rope. They get to deploy in hexes like G4 and G5, and then they're going to conduct an immediate assault. And they have to succeed in that assault. Otherwise, these militia are going to chew up these pinned down Delta Force next turn. So here we go. First, gunfire from the 2 Blackhawks. Miniguns out the side. Okay, good. At least the Americans got a good roll too. So 4 on 5. Where's my fire chart? Stop. Alright. 4 on 5. I have to add 2. That is 1 casualty point. Okay, well at least that either killed somebody or at least pinned somebody down. No, I rolled a 4. I had 2. It's 2 casualty points. Sorry. Give me a second to get some change. The other way that the Somali player could resolve those casualty points is to pin down both full squads. I don't want to do that because I know I'm about to take an assault. So I have to get bloody. So that's them knocked down. I'll just put them over here for now. I'll clean up the table in a second. Now the second minigun, hopefully I get another good roll. Oh, I've already done some good. And a 8 becomes a 10. That's no effect on the 5 to 10 row. So the chain gun fire did a little bit of damage. Now we're going to go ahead and deploy Chalk 1. Irene, baby! Helicopters are in. Chalk 1 deployed. And they're going to go into an immediate assault. And we'll explain that in that part of the phase. Chalk 2. Again, they can be in any adjacent hex. That completes their movement. Later on in the turn, there's what they call the assault and move phase. If you're in, or the advance and assault phase, if you're adjacent to enemy units at the beginning of your advance and assault phase, no matter what you've done earlier in the turn, you get to assault. So they're going to kick the door down and they're going to finish this bit of loveliness here in Hex F4. There's about to be a bloodbath in Hex F4. Meanwhile, here we're going to go ahead and deploy these 2 trunks. Somalis are going to be pouring onto the board from all directions, so I got to get these Rangers into buildings, like now, because they're going to need that cover bonus. I moved him south so we could get a good view of this street, because I'm sure that Somalis are going to be coming in from all over the place. These 2 corners, these 2 sides of the map especially. Here and here. And at least this way, Chalk 3 has got a pretty good arc of fire. Well, he's blocked by those trees, so never mind, he's got a pretty terrible arc of fire. But that's okay, that means the Somalis won't be able to see me either. Alright, meanwhile, again, Chalk 4. Commando Solo 193, is that, you were talking about the music before, is that music too loud? Music and sound effects. Okay, the helicopters are still there, they're considered at low altitude. No. Altitude of the helicopter affects line of sight and affects the modifier at which enemy anti-tank weapons like RPGs. We all know what RPGs do to Blackhawks. The modifier which they have to hit, so they're a little too low. But they have to be low in order to chalk in troops. They won't be able to change altitude again until the next movement phase. Okay, so that concludes that part of the movement phase. Here comes McKnight's ground column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm making this move with some slightly I reread the movement rules, specifically vehicle turning. Oof. Wait a minute, back up a skosh. We have shooters in this door, we have shooters in this door. No line of sight, blocked by that corner there in Romeo 5. Blocked by building hacks there in Romeo 3. So no immediate fire coming at us. Now, do I want to split up my column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're allowed to make one facing change per hex for free. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm gonna get assaulted. Probably shouldn't. Well, I'm gonna get assaulted on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, I'm kind of gonna get assaulted no matter where I go. But at least if I keep the column together, I'm not moving as fast as I should. But at least now I'm gonna have a lot of fire support. Anyone who does want to assault me has a lot of 50 cals and a lot of M249 saws and a lot of M240s to deal with, a lot of pissed off rangers. So it's not, I'm not moving as fast as I could. I'm playing safe with my ground column there. Okay, so that takes care of American movement. All those Americans are going to stay in the vehicle for now, which may or may not be a good thing. But we're going to go with that for now. Okay, that concludes American movement phase. We now go to Somali defensive fire phase. So Somalis get defensive fire if they didn't take opportunity fire. Took opportunity fire. He's actually killed. He has no line of sight, as we've determined. This is all building. What else? And we were determined that he has no line of sight. So there won't be any Somali defensive fire this turn. This guy, by design, has no line of sight. He made sure of that. He's basically hiding. He's also awaiting reinforcements. Spoiler alert. I've got reinforcements heading to him on the end of turn 2. I'm sorry, at the end of turn 1. Somali turn. So second phase of turn 1. Okay, so now we go to the American advance and assault phase. Assault and assault. Oh boy. Here is Mr. Problem. Assaults cost a lot of blood, even if they're successful. Awesome, thanks very much, Commanders. Commando Solo. We're about to see the Rangers do some door kicking, man. I'll zoom in so it looks awesome. Alright, so these two Blackhawks just caused a whole lot of racket and noise out of the front of the building. They're still flying there at low altitude. Miniguns out the doors, just unloaded into the front of that building. Did kill some of those Somali guys in there. The Somali option was to pin everybody. If they had done that, this assault would already be over, because when you assault pinned units, it's just over. You get the assault for free. The Somali player, again, I'm playing myself here, this is just a playtest. The Somalis here knew they were about to be assaulted, so they did not allow themselves to go to ground. They kept their heads up to shoot back at the Rangers coming in, which is the good news. The bad news is, yeah, they took casualties. You know, so when you take a lot of fire in Valor Victory, that's kind of your choice as the commander. Do I allow my men to take cover, or are they going to get assaulted and they have to keep their heads up at the top of the trench, so to speak, to shoot at the enemy as he comes in? So Rangers, 2 full squads, are literally kicking the door down. 4 fire teams. Some of them are carrying M60s, some of them are carrying M240s. Yeah, it's now a party. This is going to be bloody but awesome. Okay, so we'll do Jacobson's first. Here comes Captain Jacobson. So I got 2 plus 6 more is 14. 17 total points against 12. That's 1-to-1 odds. I don't like 1-to-1 odds because I need this to go well. I have 3 infantry units in that hex. The Somalis have 2 infantry units in that hex. So you have grenades. They are finite resources. You can throw in one grenade per infantry unit. 3 infantry units in that stack. In go 3 grenades. He's got 2 infantry units, so he can only throw 2 grenades at a time. And he goes. So now it's, what do I say, 17? Yeah, 8 plus 9. 17 versus his 12. You always round in favor of the defender, so that's still only 1-to-1 odds. He gets to subtract 2 from his die roll for his 2 grenades. I get to subtract 3 from my die roll for my 3 grenades, plus 2 for Jacobson's, is that his name, Jacobson? Yeah, Jacobson's leadership bonus. So it's going to be a grand total of -3. It's only a 1-to-1, but I have a 3-point bonus on my die roll. So let's go over to Mr. Thing here. Where's the assault table? 1-to-1 odds, plus 3. I basically need a 9 or less. Holy crap. 1-to-1 odds on the combat assault table. I needed a 6 or less. Again, we did the total modifiers. I get to add 3 to my result. Or I should say I get to subtract 3 from my result. Basically, I'm looking for a 9 or less to beat this assault. I got exactly 9. That was close. Oh, that was damn close. Guys, that was scary. So, successful assault. That is 1 full squad and 1 half squad. Door kicked down, they're shot up, they're eliminated. Now, because I took them in a successful assault, and there's 3 fire teams in there, there's 1 full squad again, 2 half squads. That is going to generate, here's something we were forgetting to do on Sunday, 3 POWs. Also, these grenades are all expended. So, goodbye grenades. You run out of grenades real fast in this game. Okay, now, I do unfortunately have to take 4 casualty points. 1 for each infantry unit that was in the assaulted hex, and whatever the terrain bonus of the hex was. 2 for broken buildings, 2 infantry units, 4 casualty points. I've got to take at least some casualties. First American casualties. Because these guys are only worth 3 casualty points each, this is the casualty rating here. This last number on the counter. And I can't pin all 3 units. I would still have at least 1 casualty to assess. You can't stop killing your guys until you have settled your butcher's bill. You know, whatever your casualty point score you have to take, you have to settle that bill, so to speak. Alright, so unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and knock down this fire team. This fire team is going to be pinned. So there goes, I have to assess 4 casualty points. There goes 3. And by pinning him, that's my 4th one. Now, in modern Valor Victory, again, my little silly house rules. here's what happens. You don't just take friendly units off the table. It's not like you know, a regular war game where, oh, I got a bad roll, my units got knocked out, they're gone. You have to actually take care of that casualty. Dead, wounded, shell-shocked, doesn't matter. No one gets left behind. Leave no man behind. So no matter what, we got to get him off the table. If he falls into enemy hands, in other words via an assault, or if he ever gets occupied by an enemy unit, an enemy infantry unit, he's considered captured. And that's like we see in Black Hawk Down, Michael Durant and the two snipers who tried to save him. That's when bodies start getting dragged through streets. That's when people wake up in the basement duct taped to a chair. That's when bad things start happening. Now, I have some other bookwork to take care of in this hex. Immediately, some of these prisoners are going to escape. So the rules as they're being cleaned up is each friendly infantry unit, or I should say regular forces, each regular force infantry unit can only guard 2 prisoners. He cannot help because he's pinned. And of course the machine gun's just laying there. So I've got 3 casualties and only 1 guy watching him. 1 POW escapes off the map. He runs off into the building and he's still a casualty, but I don't get the extra points for taking prisoners. Okay? Now, the rest of my advance and assault phase. Actually, wait a minute. The rest of my advance and assault phase. 1 friendly infantry counter, 2 friendly infantry counters. I'm going to move in, because these guys haven't done their assault yet. Their advance and assault phase, they're going to join them in that hex. Now that's going to be 4 infantry units. I cannot put any more in there. POWs and casualties do not count towards stacking units. And I'm going to leave this squad, or this fire team, here on this corner with the M60 on Overwatch. Northeast Overwatch, along with that Black Hawk. Okay, cool. Now I can keep all the casualties. That ends my advance and assault. Oh, no it doesn't. I want to get that line of sight after all. When Somalis come into the street, I want to get first crack at them with opportunity fire. Vehicles never get advance and assault move, so these Black Hawks are staying put, and of course all these Humvees and Deuce and a Halves are staying put. Last phase of the American turn is the after action phase. Okay, and there's a lot going on here. Number 1, Sanderson is going to try and rally some of his deltas. So deltas rally, the normal number is 6, becomes a 7 because elite. -2, 9 or less. -2 leadership bonus from Sanderson. He can only apply that once. So 9 or less. An 8, that was good enough. At least 1 fire team rallies. Okay, now these 2 guys do not get to apply their bonuses because they are pinned. So they're just going to get the normal elite number, which is 7. So first for Hoot. Hoot does not rally. Oh no, Eric Bana, what are you doing? Eric Bana is hiding in his trailer. I'm not coming out till you make me some iced tea. And the fire team rallies. So of everyone in that hex, the only one that doesn't rally is Eric Bana's character. Hoot, what are you doing, man? So we have 1 pinned down. Okay, no worries. Meanwhile, this hex is in chaos. They literally just, you guys can imagine what's going on here. There are 12 dead or dying Somalis in there. Some of them are now captured. There are some bleeding out Americans in there. Yeah, it's a mess. There's a lot of bad news going on in this one hex. We have 2 officers in there trying to restore order. Oh boy. So yes, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so Jacobson and Carrera and okay. Priority is my casualty. I think. What do you guys think? I want to take care of my casualties. So the guy with the best roll, Jacobson, he's going to try to stabilize that and evacuate that casualty. We are looking at, again, 9 or less. Sweet. This casualty is off the table. He is dusted off to the rear. Now I still have to pay the victory points for that casualty, but if a casualty bleeds out, and yes, there are bleed out rules in our Moderns expansion, or if he gets captured by Somali militia, very bad news, double points. So he's just a regular secured casualty. He'll wake up back at Mogadishu airport, nice clean sheets, a nice hot nurse looking over him. He's fine. Okay, yeah, that was Jacobson's little action. Carrera is going to try to rally these Rangers. We are looking at a total of, again, they get a base 7, -1 for Carrera's leadership. It's going to be an 8 or less. Okay, cool. He's rallied him. Now, he can't do anything because he spent his turn rallying. Jacobson's done. He evacuated the casualty. Carrera helped rally. Actually, Carrera applied the bonus. He didn't actually do anything. He just doesn't get to apply his bonus again. Okay, so these rolls will be made without bonuses. Carrera is going to take an action, try to evacuate one of those POWs. He does not get to apply his bonus, so it's now just a 7 or less. He fails, and the half squad in there, the fire team, Ranger half squad in there, is going to try to evacuate another POW counter. He succeeds. So one POW is saved. That's going to help a lot. The usual victory point ratio in this game, guys, is 4 to 1. For every casualty point I inflict on the Somalis, I get 1 point. For every point they inflict on me, it's 4. Obviously, my units are much more powerful than his, but yeah, he also has a lot more. Okay, so that concludes the American turn. Somali turn 1. Let me get a quick drink of tea and check the chat. Because science teacher says, when I say, she's quoting Kelly Sears. When I say assaulted, I mean assaulted. That's very true. Not by tigers, but 2 squads of Rangers kicking in the front door with minigun UH-60 gunship support. I'd almost rather have the tigers. Alrighty. So put those guys over here in our little square area. Alright, we're now going to begin Somali turn 2. Somali turn 2, the command phase, or Somali turn 1, I should say. Second, bottom of the first. Somali start with command phase. Nobody's pinned. They don't want to join, transfer support weapons, anything like that. Somali direct fire. They don't have any lines of sight. The Americans made sure of that. These guys are toast. Cool. We now go into Somali movement phase. Oh no. 1. So this is the rest of the Somali force. I've already got them all stacked up and ready to go. Yeah, the city is now really pissed off. As we see in the movie and in the event. So, here comes a bunch of guys carrying 2 RPGs. Movement without a leader is 4. So they moved 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these, my main Somali commander here, the guy with the cool ass black do-rag and mirror shades that was in the movie. That's him. I don't know his name. But he is going to hook up with his guys here. Now that's still not a violation, is it? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it kind of is. Sorry. Damn it, I didn't quite calculate that right. Infantry unit, infantry unit, infantry unit. That's going to be a 4th, and that's the maximum. Crap. Which means I can't bring in that little fire team. Ooh, boy. That's alright. I will figure out something to do with him later. Actually, let me leave him there for now, until I know what I really want to do. Alright, we're going to set up for an assault. We're now in the mind of the Somali player here. I'm trying to set up an assault on the back of that hotel. Because all those Americans are going to be hauling ass down the center street. They're going for the front of the hotel. there's going to be a lot of American firepower, and plus the Americans are going to be falling back. If I can pin down Chalk 3 here on the southwest corner and kill at least a few of them, maybe even assault them and capture some prisoners, that's going to help out the Somali victory point scoring here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm being a little cagey with my movement because Americans are here on Overwatch. Americans have line of sight there very briefly. They have to scrape past building hex F10. They have to scrape past or Foxtrot 10. They have to scrape past woods hex or tree hex Foxtrot 9. So it's going to be +2 to their roll. The range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, most of them are not in range because 5.56 ammunition, your usual 223 Remington NATO ball. I only give a range of 5 in this game. Again, Valor Victory, pistol ammunition, submachine guns have a range of 4. 7.62 30 caliber German 7.92 Mauser has a range of 6. When I created modern version Valor Victory, most ammunition is kind of between the two, so I split the difference and made it 5. That's true for most assault rifles. The difference probably being the short. Well, no, because even the AK 7.62 com block is a shorter round. It's not a full machine gun round, or like a hunting rifle round. Alright, so they technically have a shot there on F11, but nothing can reach, so never mind. F10, they're blocked by Echo 9, and by the time they move into Foxtrot 9 there, they're blocked by both tree covers and Foxtrot 8, Echo 9. So the Somalis are using cover. Oh, crap! At the beginning of Somali movement, civilians. Hotel 9, not moving. Juliet 2 is moving straight north. And the other's going to be a gunfight here in the street. And they're like, the hell with that. We don't want any part of that. Smart civilians. Alright, civilians here in the trees. Not moving. Civilians down here in the building. Victor 8. Not moving. Alright, sorted. Okay, I got a lot more Somalis on the table, including some in vehicles. So this Jeep here is going to drive up this road, making sure he doesn't come within line of sight of any of these helicopters. And the helicopters I cannot see over the buildings because they're at low altitude. If they were at high altitude, they can see over the buildings. I'm gonna jump out of the Jeep. Come on, Mission. Put him up at the top. Technical. Alright, where are my technicals? I want my technicals close. Because it's time for them to start shooting at some damned. Okay, so I can't drive through my own roadblocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm probably going to get some opportunity to fire here. Is there another way I can do that? These walls block my view. These low stone walls around this little corridor here. One, two. So now I have to pay a point to turn. Well, actually, that's not a playable hex. So 1. Well, it has a. Not a playable hex does not have a dot. 1. So it starts up here. So it's 1 point to turn. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, there's really no way to get around it. Damn it! Alright, I'm gonna have to take some opportunity. I mean, I know I'm gonna take some opportunity. Oh, God. Alright. Should Rangers out the building shoot first? Or... trying to line up a shot on some damn Blackhawks next to me. Actually, no, that's really dumb. What did I line up before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, I know I'm playing the Somali server, but I don't want to be like completely callous or crazy with this. And there's a far better way to do this. Don't forget to come in from the north. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so Somali technicals are barreling in from all over the place. Give me a couple of minutes here, guys, to kind of clean up my movement. Without getting completely blown up by the Americans. Because when I get done with during my movement, I should go ahead and do that now. We're gonna take opportunity. So, okay, this one moves to this hex right here. I am going to be taking... he'll stop right there. He's going to take some opportunity fire. Here comes the Blackhawk door guns. Again, signals opportunity fire to blow up that truck. That is going to be 5. Versus the truck. Oof, not with that roll, you're not. Alright, second Blackhawk is going to take his opportunity fire. 5 on 5. He has 3 casualty points. He is hit and he is pinned. I didn't get a pin counter again. Oh, I made another mistake. I'm just going to use this little puff of smoke here. It's not an actual smoke screen. I'm just going to use it to show that a vehicle is ready. Okay, so this Blackhawk whiffed. This Blackhawk did pretty damn well with his miniguns. Fired up that truck pretty hard. Now we have to make a truck survival check. 3 up. I'm sorry, he has to beat a 3 on 1d6 to destroy the truck. 6, hell yeah, the truck is exploding. Boom. Crew survival check. 4, he does not. So truck and the half squad in there. Sorry, that was for the crew and now for the actual passengers in the truck. Sorry. Alright, so the guys actually survived. Group, repair. Good news is I don't really need this little pin down camera. Alright, cool. Next, I'm going to move another truck in there. No, because they get another fire phase next turn. That's stupid. I just wasted a tactical. Made a slight mistake there for the surplus. Finish moving these Somalis, and then I will check out Mr. Chat. Other movements. So he's going to stay there. He is not going to venture to that axe, even though he has the movement points. So if they do that, they're going to get fired at by all these 50 counts, all these enemies. In fact, this guy's going to fall back a little bit. As long as he doesn't violate stacking rules. Somalis are being a little cagey. They're actually starting to fade. Alright, this truck is the last unit I really have to worry about. That's an unarmed technical one, which means it's not really a technical. An unarmed truck is what I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Americans are going to go ahead and shoot. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they are in range. They do have to scrape by trees there in F9, so that's going to be a +1. I have a fire team of rangers in there. Do they want to use the law on that truck? Why not? We're never going to get a shot. Unless we use the law on the truck. That law is going to just go ahead and fire. That law has a range of 3, 1, 2, 3. It's out of range. Never mind. So I'm not going to use the law. I can only use the law once. As I'm sure everyone in the chat knows, laws are single-use weapons. Alright, so I'm looking at 2 for the leader and 6 for the full squad, not firing the law. Grand total of 8 points on the APFP chart. That's the second row there, 5 to 10 row. -1 for opportunity fire in the open, -1 for the leader marks. So that's white row, -2. Oh man, nice. 5, -2 becomes 3. 5 points. That automatically destroys the truck because I've automatically exceeded its casualty rate. So that 3, I've automatically exceeded that. That means that the truck is wiped out. I don't even have to make a roll for it. Alright, so the truck's wiped out. Does the leader survive? Oh. That was 2 4s. Why did I roll that? 4. They were both 4s. The leader's dead. Is the full squad in there? Does that make it? Yes, he does, unfortunately. And then does the crew of the truck, the actual driver and the shotgun guy, do they survive? No. Alright, so... Dead. Those 2 survived. And let's put him in flaming, because I want to flame counters. Alright, he's burned think I'm done with Somali. Never move this guy. Cool, that will be it for... I'm going to change where this guy moved. So the Somalis are pretty much swarming all around the Americans. And that is going to more or less end round 2, or I should say the Somali turn. With one exception, I can try and rally this guy that was pinned down on that truck. Somalis rally on a 6 or less. Basically, regular infantry always does a 6 or less. Elite does 7 or less. So Somalis are kind of just regular, so we're going to say 6. He barely fails. Would have been a good time to have a leader in the hex. Valor Victory does a great job of emphasizing the importance of leaders. That's my only pinned down leader in there. Somalis don't have to worry about casualty evaluation. You get shot, you're dead. Alright, so that concludes turn 1. Save it. What do you mean you are the law? Man, we're doing that trick again? Yeah, because science teacher adds, it's going a lot more smoothly, other than that dramatic screw up in the beginning. Yeah, that first opportunity fire phase was just a lucky eye roll for the Somalis. In the movie and in the actual op, Delta Force stormed the building. They pretty much took the building. There was a firefight, but it was very brief, very one-sided. They secured the building quickly, and then the Rangers secured the perimeter. Here, we had a slight historical difference. The Rangers had to kick the doors and go in the building because Delta Force got pinned down bad. Something bad happened. Somebody was taking a Somali guard was taking a smoke break at the wrong time, and he saw them like right at the wrong time and fired a burst, and somebody got hit. Who knows what happened? Chaos of point blank, CQB. Something went bad in those hallways, in those thermals. But they seem to have redressed the situation for now. I have one actual casualty getting dusted off back to Mogadishu International. Back to Task Force Ranger HQ. So we have one prisoner secured so far, so we're good on that. Alright, we're going to begin turn 2. The game always goes 6 turns. Guys, I don't think we're going to be doing all 6 turns on today's stream. Alright, I'm just going to start buzzing through the turn and not like explaining everything that's going on so we can get through at least maybe 3 turns in a good 2-hour session. So here we go. Okay, the Americans begin with command phase. Command phase, everything that is pinned automatically rallies. Do I want to combine any squads? Do I want to divide any squads? This is also when you would call in support missions, but I don't have any support missions in the game. I'm going to cash in 2 half squads and Rangers for the full squad. This makes your units much punchier. Although it does make them a little bit, it does cut down on some other abilities. We're going to leave Delta Force alone for now, because Delta Force... Okay, that's going to be it for that. Direct fire. Americans don't really have any more direct fire. Well, I can shoot this squad again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 total points. -1 only now because they're not using opportunity fire anymore. The Somalis have gone around. So we're looking at -1 on the white row. I'm talking about this fire here. Chalk 3 is still engaged against these. Oh, damn it! I forgot Somali advancing soldiers. So we're back technically on turn 1 for just a second. Yeah, Chalk 3, guys, we have a lot of problems. I'm looking at a lot of militia coming at me. Yeah, Chalk 3 is like, man, it might be time for us to get the hell out of here. They're gonna need some serious fire support. They're looking down the throats of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full squads, 40 Somali militia armed to the teeth with double RPGs, light machine guns, God knows what else. 3 RPGs just came along that southern border. That's the main Somali force right there. Chalk 3 is like, guys, we have a major problem here to the southwest. So we're gonna see what those little birds can do if they don't get shut down by enemy RPGs. Alright, so I have to finish up except that gives them minus that, nope. I don't want to give the Americans line of sight. Make them come to me. Sorry for the slight hiccup in the rule sequence here, guys. Okay, now we're ready for turn 2. We've done command phase. We now go to American direct fire phase. Alright, so again, 8 points, minus 2 for trees, plus 2 for trees, plus 1 for commanders. I'll get it right yet. 8 points, plus 2 for trees, minus 1 for a commander. 8, then add 1. Basically need a 6 or less to do any kind of damage. Or he can run. But even if he runs, he's going to take defensive fire for his 3 days. Actually, no, he won't. Alright, I think Chalk 3 is just going to run for it. Which means he won't fire. Yeah, Chalk 3 is going to boogie. Chalk 3 is going to fall back into the hotel, otherwise they're going to get fired up by 40 dudes. What Chalk 3 is doing instead is they're calling in helicopters. And hopefully those 3 RPGs in there won't shoot down too many of my helicopters. If they don't call it Black Hawk 10 for nothing. Alright, so there's not really going to be too much fire. The Americans don't have line of sight of a squad. That's not true. Over here to the east, the Americans have tons of line of fire on these 2 units. The problem is, if I shoot, I don't get to move. I think I'm cool with that. McKnight is gonna stop his column. He is instead going to just shoot and secure his perimeter. Because right now, the Somalis have made sure, these Somalis here, have made sure that they can't see me and I can't see them. So I'm going to go ahead and let them get away with that. There is no line of sight here. Which means, number 1, I'm going to take this time. I got plenty of time. I'm only on turn 2. I'm going to take a minute and chew up my rear security here. Shoot the piss out of these guys that are trying to creep up behind me. And these guys can either come at me, in which case I'll fire at them during my opportunity fire phase, the bottom half of turn 2, or let my little birds and my Blackhawks chew on them for a while. Either way, we're trading time for security. We're taking our time, we're taking it slow. If I just barrel down the street right now, dude, I will take so much crossfire. You the Somalis are just, they have a gauntlet ready here. That's not working. Plus, on top of that, there's those 2 fire teams behind me. So I'm just going to pause, turn around, and shoot back the other way. Okay, so zoom in. Here comes some good old American firepower. 2, 6. I am going to fire. I can't fire the wall from inside of me, folks. So that's going to be 8 total points. There's a -1 leader in there. That's this guy, Master Sergeant Williams. He's going to go ahead and cook off 8 points, -1, +2 for buildings. So 8. Subtract, or add 1, I should say, is the short answer. Seven becomes an 8. I just missed it. It's okay, I got some bigger units that can still shoot. And 249 saw. 9, 15, 2 for the lead. Oh, I forgot the truck has the guns. Okay. Yeah, here comes some firepower. 6 for the 50 cal. 2 for the commander. That is Master Sergeant Ramirez. So Sergeant Ramirez plus 50 cal equals 8 points, 14, 20, 23. That puts me here on. Hold on, let me get cagey. I'm looking for 19. 6. 8. No, I'm not gonna get it. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, 23 points. -1 +2. I'm on the lead roll now. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're looking at a 5 +1 equals 6 on the blue roll. 4 casualty points. 1, 2. Oh shit, there's civilians in there! Cancel that, we can't do that. I can't do that. You have to shoot at these guys instead. Oh my god. Now, shooting into a civilian hex, you guys, is technically legal. The problem is, what my boy here, Janali, is going to do, is he's going to make sure that these civilians take the first 2 casualty points. He's going to use them as human shields. So number 1, he's going to save his own militia. And number 2, he's now caused the Americans to kill a civilian counter, which is -8 scenario, -8 victory points. You cannot shoot into civilian hexes as a regular forces player. I mean, you can, but it's got to be a pretty dire situation. Like, if you don't cut loose on that hex, 10 of your units are going to die, or it's the objective hex in the game, or you have other casualties bleeding out and you have to get there, or something. It's going to have to be pretty serious. You're going to lose 8 victory points. Basically, you have to wipe out 4 full squads, a full platoon of Somali militia to make up for it. Plus, it's just a shitty thing to do. So I didn't see that civilian hex was under there. So that fire shouldn't have happened. Good thing he missed. Williams, what the hell are you doing firing at civilians? This group here is going to go ahead and fire here. The problem here is that I have to shoot across this low wall. That's a hindrance. -1 low. Oh no, I'm in the hex with the low wall, so that doesn't count against me. Never mind. I have to pay 2 for woods instead of 2 for broken buildings, which means that the roll still stands. That's 4 casualty points. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the squad. Okay, next thing. Try not to shoot at civilians. That's not a good thing. Okay, again, 6 plus 1 plus 2, it's the same number. Same roll. Blue roll, I have to add net 1 to the die roll. I get to subtract 1 for my leader. That is Sergeant Erickson. And He's taking a shot here at Somali insurgent Mr. Burko and his squad of guys. 23 total points. Add 2 for Woods, subtract 1 for Commander. I don't have to pay for this wall because I'm part of that hex. I'm shooting directly over the wall. So it remains net plus 1. And a 6 becomes a 5 with that net. Oh, no, wrong way. 6 becomes 7 with the plus 1 modifier. Sorry, guys. I promise I was not trying to cheat. Okay, so I'm going to knock down that full squad. I'm going to replace it with a half squad. That takes care of 2 of my points, and then I'm going to pin that half squad. That takes care of my 3 points. And hopefully this group now is going to finish that off. Again, 23 total points. Now I do have to pay for that wall cover because that wall is no longer... Do I have line of sight? Always measure center of the dot to center of the dot. No, I do not have line of sight. I am technically blocked by Hex Victor 4. That's a building hex, so that is not actually that is not a valid line of sight by the rules. Okay, so that lead Humvee is too far forward. He can't shoot that far back. He's got no other targets, so I think he's just gonna chill because he's damn sure ain't driving down that road by himself. Okay, that concludes American Fire Phase. I damn near killed some civilians. What's going on in Mr. Chat? I always wondered why chalk when you refer to helicopter flights. It's technically not the helicopter, it's the infantry unit that is... it's the infantry unit that's rappelling down the rope. He's often referred to as a chalk. Like sometimes they call paratrooper squads sticks, like a stick of infantry or whatever, a stick of paratroopers. Sometimes hellborn infantry are called chalks. As far as where that term comes from, you're probably going to have to ask Bill. Bill probably knows more about that. But that's where the term comes from. It's not the helicopter, it's the infantry in the helicopter. The fire team that bails out of the helicopter on the rappelling rope is called the chalk. Maybe because they have to wear chalk on their gloves. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so now we go to the American movement phase. These guys did not fire, which means they get to move. Fall back, dear God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They gotta get the hell out of there. If they had stayed there, they would have had the shit out of them. Where are my little birds? Alright, my little birds are... Get these out of here. They are gaining altitude with the quickness. Little birds are up. I'm going to go ahead. Now, do they automatically draw opportunity fire? Because that's technically part of their movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. RPGs away. Oh, that's not good. And I couldn't even have fired my Blackhawks first because they're blocked by trees. Again, the Blackhawks were also in low altitude. Oh boy. Alright, so might lose one of my little birds here. Alright, up come the little birds. Actually, you know what, just to be thematic. No, there's no reason that there's honestly no reason that they would not have fired at the little birds instead of the Blackhawks. I mean, to shoot down a Blackhawk with the RPG is more, movie thematic, but the Blackhawks only have a little bit of firepower compared to the little birds. And the Blackhawks have pretty much done what they're going to do. You cannot fast rope back into the helicopter. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead and shoot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've got. Here comes the really bad news. We're gonna lose a helicopter. I am defeated. 1 RPG, 2 RPGs. 3 RPGs. Here comes the little Somali anti-aircraft group, complete with the Somali commander here. Mr. Black Sunglasses. Mirror sunglasses. Okay, here we go. Alright, +2. No, what was I gonna say? Opportunity fire. It's gonna be a, I'm at high altitude, so it's -4. Your base chance to hit is an 8. Minus a 4. +2 for the commander is 6. The Somalis get 2 chances at a 6. Everyone hold my hand. Here we go. Here is where we could lose a little bird. Oh no. Here we go. Five. Down goes one little bird. God damn it. Okay, we got a crashed helicopter right into the ruins of the Olympia Hotel. Okay, and that means, god damn dice, I'm dropping them on the floor. Alright, that was, does the crew survive? The crew does survive. Save as picture. Picture. Boom. That's not good. Now the other one chalks up from this direction to high altitude. He's got range too. Jeez. These RPGs have a range of 6, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, 7, that's a miss. And 12 is another miss. In fact, 12 is a boxcar's result, which means an American sniper has appeared. That was technically an APF people. So good news, bad news. Delta Force sniper just showed up. So Delta Force sniper just popped up on this hex here. Alright, he's going to go ahead and make his sniper check. Alright, that was a 5. -3 for the, -2 for the building means 3 casualty points. Knock him down to a half squad and pin him. Now they're going to do their counter sniper attack. We're looking at a total of above a 2. Yeah, they eliminated the sniper. Alright, so they basically drove the sniper back undercover. The sniper's going to boogie back to drop the choppers. But he took out a couple of guys on the way. Alright, cool. And the other little bird has survived. Now the little bird, and these RPGs have not fired for this turn. Cool. Now that means that we are sort of free to cut loose. now that I'm at high altitude, choppers can never stack with each other. I can ignore terrain between me and the target, and as long as I'm within 7, I can hit. Except for with my little bird, who technically does have a firing arc. He has to be pointing towards the target. No worries, because he's going to fire off his ripple salvo rockets and his 2 forward-mounted miniguns. So we got minigun, 2 miniguns, plus rockets. We're going to hopefully shoot the shit out of these things. First, we're going to fire off the Big Daddy. We're looking at a total of 32 points. Have to add 2 for wounds. Give me a good roll. 7, I'll take it. Have to add 2 for wounds. Three casualty points. I'm going to fire off 1 Blackhawk into there. Alright, that is a 3. Plus 2 becomes a 5 on 5. That's another 3 casualty points. That's 6 casualty points. Before this Blackhawk, the second Blackhawk fires, he just became visible to, oh boy, douche number 1, douche number 2. Let me look at the number here, friends. See how easy it is for those douches to knock down those helicopters. Okay, cool. Oh, before I get too into it, that helicopter does land in an adjacent hex. It doesn't land in its own hex. It spins out a little bit. It actually crashes a little bit to the earth. Technically. Okay. So it's going to be 4s to hit. Alright, that's not so bad. 5, that was close. Oh man, come on man. Dice backs out of the box. Oh god, that was close. 2 douches. Fire. At this other Blackhawk. There's all kinds of stuff coming up at him now. Alright, we don't have a Blackhawk down yet, but we have a little bird down. And the other Blackhawk got shot up pretty bad here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This Blackhawk, or this douche, also has line of sight. Okay, let's get lucky once more. A 5. Whoo! That was close. These Somalis are hungry, man. They pinned down Delta Force and they shot down a little bird and they almost shot down that Blackhawk 3 times. That Blackhawk has probably caught a couple bullets. But right now, Chief Warrant Officer Walcott is able to keep things under control for him. That was scary. He needed a 4 or better, and they rolled 2 5s and a 6, I think. Alright, so I want to shoot at the continuation. I've done 6 casualty points on this group so far. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my last burst into that group there in the trees. And that is a 4. 4 plus 2 for trees becomes 6. 1 to 5. 5 to 10. 2 more casualties, a total of 8 casualty points. I'm going to knock off 6 total points of casualties, and pin the last 2 units is my total butcher's bill at 8. Just get off the table. Okay, and that's this guy fired, this guy fired, this guy fired. And he's fired off all of his one-use elements. Now that the enemy has used up all of his real opportunity fire, hopefully start taking a poke. Now that I'm at high, I can fly over building axes. I just have to watch out for enemy ground fire. Because enemy ground fire with small arms is still a thing, it's just really tough. Oof. Fire. 5 points. Jeez. I'd rather take that ground fire. Alright, so he's going to be high. Let's do that easy. Taking a little bit of ground fire from these fighters down here. That is a total of 7 points. Ground fire versus flying helicopters that just regular small arms is cut in half. So that becomes 4 divided by 4. That's the 1 to 4 row. That is a 6. Shit, they pinned it down. God damn it. So pinning down a helicopter is kind of a misnomer. You don't. The helicopter doesn't dive to the ground and take over. Damn, this helicopter's vulnerable. He has to immediately move to a hex where nobody can hit him. So he'll do that, and then he'll use his direct fire on this whatchamacallit guy. Damn it! Now let's pin down Somali. And he rolls a 12. Somali sniper shows up. Oh no! Not good. When you roll natural boxcars on an APFP roll, yeah, there's a sniper. Now a sniper can't shoot down a helicopter. So I'll take it on the next closest unit. That's going to be this guy right here. Oh shit, man. Come on, give me a high roll. A 2 minus 2 for the building equals 0 casualty points inflicted. Okay, I got away with that one. Sniper elimination check. We're going to go ahead and fire these U.S. Rangers back at the sniper. We need to beat his roll. He is in, actually, he has to be, because that's actually an open X. That's also not legal. Yeah, it is because he's high. So I have to make a sniper elimination check. I have to beat it too. Of course I did. Rangers, what the hell, man? All of a sudden, you're not doing so well. Here comes the other Black Hawk. He's going to open fire into that squad. Well, actually, no, he's going to destroy the vehicle. Because the vehicles are all naked. Flies overhead, puts a bullet down into that building. Into this douche over here, hopefully. 4, stays a 4. That is 4 casualty points on the 5 to 10 row. That automatically smokes that truck because he only has 3 casualty points. Kaboom. That's another technical toast. Okay, does the passenger survive? No. Does the crew survive? Yes. I don't really have crew counters for, well, I'll just have to keep using hash cards. Okay. that will be it for helicopter movement. And I never did civilian movement at the beginning of the American phase, did I, guys? Are they little brown birdies? No, they're not little brown birdies. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to go to civilian movement phase, which I always seem to forget. Up there in the north, does not move. Down there in the far south, does not move. Getting all my sixes out of my system. Down here to the southeast. Thank God they move. They abandoned the Somali militia, so now my guys can shoot at them next turn. Number 2, they run this way, out into the street. Then I've got some guys up here to the north. Oh, these guys here in the trees. They do move 2 hexes to number 2. Oh, great. Now they're blocking. These guys are all blasted into this tree line, massacring these militia here in this palm grove, and then this gang of civilians just ran out into the line of fire. And it's like, ceasefire, ceasefire. They have to, like, obviously I can't shoot at them again, because now there's civilians here. Oh, civilians. Okay, let's complete movement. All helicopters are done. These guys all fired except for that stack. He's going to stay put because he's not crazy. Tell you what he will do. He is going to dismount that infantry. So when infantry bails out of a truck or any kind of vehicle as passenger units, they stay in the hex, except until you cause, or up until you cause a stacking issue. So once you cause a stacking issue, it becomes an issue. You're allowed to go into an adjacent hex. So I have 2 infantry units now, half squad and leader, in with the Humvee. 1 vehicle, 2 infantry units, which means the 2nd infantry unit has to bail off into these trees. Or you can bail into any adjacent hex, but the trees are the other one I select. Okay, these guys have to stay in the vehicle because they all participated in the gun battle across that courtyard before the civilians moved. Thank God. Alright, so that's it for movement down. All helicopters, at least those that still can move. Damn, that sniper complicates things. Freaking Rangers, you couldn't make that sniper elimination check out. Delta Force. I need those snipers now. One, two, three, pow! Attacked by the sniper. Sniper rolls D6, subtracts the terrain bonus of the hex he's in, which is 0. So I'm gonna lose at least 1 casualty here. Of course, I roll a 6. Delta's down. One unit down with a casualty. Shot and bleeding out in the middle of the street. That's 3 of my casualty points. There's the other 3. The rest of them are pinned. Now I send out this guy. He's not leader. Fuck. Ugh. Guys, this is gonna get annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sniper does not get a chance to shoot again. Once I occupy the hex of the sniper is no more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Starting to do that Mogadishu Mile. Helicopter crew from the crashed Littlebird. Oh crap. Two, 5, 6. Oh! Line of sight here. Technically, yes, but they're all pinned. I'm safe for now. No line of sight there, blocked by lots of trees. Cool. Can't believe I lost the Delta Force. I got that casualty. Damn it. Okay, here's the good news. That's going to be it for my movement. There's no more Somali defensive fire. Everybody who can shoot already has. Oh, I take that back. These guys haven't shot. Okay, so Somali defensive fire real fast. I have a total of 7 points. I'm going to shoot at that truck. That is a 7 with 7 points. 1 casualty. That truck is pinned. Where's that little pin counter? I normally, okay, so a pinned unit in Valor Victory is inverted, usually. I just didn't want to invert it. Obviously you can't invert these on a virtual table. So, I normally just kind of like that unit's pinned, I kind of kick them off to the side. I don't want to do that now because obviously vehicles have facings, so you have to pay attention to what they're doing. Infantry units don't have facings, so I can just kick it off to the side a little bit, and that designates that it's pinned down. What I need to do is make pinned vehicle counters. Super easy. I could probably do it now, but I don't want to use up too much of this room. Okay, assault phase. Technically, that sniper gives us a prisoner, and we're about to overrun that pinned down squad up to the north. That's going to give me a prisoner. I just have to evacuate them. Alright, so this assault goes in. Pinned down assaults against pinned down units are automatically successful at no cost to the attacking unit. So I now occupy He's going the wrong way. Actually, I never wrote that rule that says the sniper kills. Otherwise, this sniper down here would count as a casualty from this. Yeah. So let me not be cheesy. But this guy up here is legit. I took an actual infantry unit, a pinned down infantry unit, and an assault. So that's going to be it for the American assault phase, American after action phase. Can I cheese out and say I left an officer back there? Alright, Rally Sanderson. 6, yes. Rally, who? 7, yeah, or 6. Mine becomes, yeah, 6. And the half squad. 7, yes. I have a medic somewhere. Where did I leave him? Where is my American medic? Oh, he's way back here. Okay, so those guys all made their rallies. Master Sergeant Thompson has already used his bonifier, but now Master Sergeant Thompson himself is going to try to evacuate that casualty. Come on with a 7 or less, please. Boom. Evacuate a casualty. Stabilized him. Wasn't as bad as it looked. He does not rejoin the fight, but he will be long-term okay. So I don't suffer too bad casualties. Things, as you can tell here, guys, are getting awful massive. Alright, that will conclude... Oh, this guy will now try to evacuate that prisoner. 7 or less. 8, he fails. That prisoner is still there. Try to evacuate. I have how many units in here? I have 2 officers in there, 2 units in there. One of them is -2. So I have to roll a 9 and a 7. 9 makes it with an 8. 7 makes it with a 6. Both of these prisoners are evacuated. The game right now in points is about even. 2 secured casualties, that's 8 points, plus all these POWs, those are 4 points apiece, that's 12, so the Americans are winning so far by 4. However, the Americans lost a helicopter, that costs, I think, another 4, what did I say? US helicopters, another 4, yeah. And then there's all these Somali casualties that nudge it. They're only 1 point apiece, though. So the game is slightly in America's favor. At least as far as points go. That concludes the American turn. All casualties off the map, all prisoners off the map. When you play regular forces, half the game is managing casualties and managing prisoners. Oh, I have to try to rally, I have to try to rally this truck. There is a +1 commander in there, so I have to roll an 8 or less. I rolled exactly an 8. Damn. If I had failed that roll, these guys would come out and probably assault that truck and kill everybody in the truck. Occupy the hex, and there is 1, 2, 3, plus the crew of the truck is 4 unsecured casualties. Now, they probably wouldn't make it because they take all kinds of covering fire from these 2 hexes here to the north, but still, that was an important one. Meanwhile, let me also try to rally this prisoner. This Blackhawk. I forgot there was a Blackhawk that was also a 10. That fire on the Blackhawk is still ongoing. He has not put out that fire. That Blackhawk is still not completely regained control. He's kind of spinning over the city somewhere. Super 6-3, what are you doing up there? I'm sorry, I'm out of control. Okay, we go now to Somali turn 2. Will I drink some tea and check the chat? Looks like so because Science Teacher says that we're getting a little bit of a lag. If it's 5 seconds or so, it's not affecting the recording. Okay, so Somali turn 2. First thing that happens, in command phase. Everything automatically goes. Okay. next? Direct firefights. Oh no. Yes, they do have direct fire. They're gonna shoot down another Black Hawk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're out of range. Oh no, he's in range. Shit. Alright, let's hope for some good die rolls. That -2 leader, man, he is killing it. You know what I slightly screwed up, guys? That -2 leader is only supposed to apply to one RPG. I think I applied that -2 to 2 RPGs last. So that little bird might not be supposed to be shot down. I may have screwed that up. Okay, but that -2, here comes the worst of it. That -2 is going to apply against one of his RPGs. So it's 8 for an anti-tank weapon, -4 for high altitude, 4 plus 2 is 6 is the final. Oh my god, please. Please let the Somalis miss this roll. Super 6-4, I got skinnies with RPGs in the corner of that building. Here it comes! 12! If there was another American sniper, he would have just appeared. Suffice it to say... No, because technically that's an anti-tank roll. Never mind, that would not have summoned a sniper. Sorry. Okay, that RPG definitely missed. Thank God. That was probably the worst one. Here's the second to worst one. He needs a 5 or less. Because he gets a -1, because he's not quite as good a commander. An 8. Whew. Super 6-3 is just like dodging RPGs. This guy gets no leadership bonus. He is going to fire. He has to roll against the 4 or less on 2d6. Tough roll. You never know. 9. Okay, so 3 RPGs fired, 3 RPGs missed. Oh my god, thank goodness. Thank you for high altitude. There's going to be a lot of other gunfire. Those Blackhawks are not out of the woods yet. Okay, now guys who did not fire RPGs. He has no real targets right now, so he'll stay put. I'll put aside the guys that didn't fire, so that I know they can move later. These guys didn't fire, so I know they can move later. This group fired the RPG, and he directed the rounds. He'll fire his 1 point. Does he have this? We mentioned this. Ooh, actually, now that he moved up into that building X, he doesn't. You know what I never did? On the American Assault and Blue Phase, this stack, not the helicopter, that fires are legitimate. This stack was supposed to assault or advance an assault phase into that. Which means, yeah, this guy does have a line of sight. I thought this guy had a line of sight. Yeah, I-7 is an open hex, believe it or not, because the center dot is not covered by building graphic. So there is a line of sight there. 1 point. He does not get to add his -1. He already did it with the RPG. Never know. Never know. Re-roll it in the box, please. A 7 becomes a 9. Holy crap. Yeah, the Somalis have taken a pretty bad beating. These guys are all going to stay put, man. They're waiting for the Americans to come down this street of death down here. Now, the only thing the Americans can do to avoid just driving down this gauntlet of doom is call in the Little Birds and the Blackhawks to bust up some of these Somali units. The Somali plan is, that's okay, come get some. I've got technicals. I can start shooting down a lot of ground fire. I'm going to shoot down this one with 12.7 millimeter machine guns. Oh, we have one more. Speaking of douche, we have a douche gear and we have a douche gear. It's going to go ahead and pop off. I don't want to use another Blackhawk, but the name of the movie is technically Blackhawk Jam. It would be a weird stream if no Blackhawks got shot. I shouldn't say that. Okay, so I got a douche who has an 8, becomes a 4, goes back up to a 5 because there's a -1 meter in that house. That attack right there. 5 or less. 9, that is a miss. Okay, I have another douche here that has no bonus. He's going to have to roll against that for bonus. Oh! Close. If he had rolled that, that would be a Black Hawk down. We got a Black Hawk down. He rolled it. Notice he does not have that -1 leader in the same hex with him, so he doesn't get that +1. He had to roll a 4 or less. He had to roll a 5 or less. So he rolled like a 9 if memory serves. This guy rolled a 5. If those two rolls had been reversed, this technical with the 50 caliber 12.7 millimeter Dushka on it would have just smacked down that Black Hawk. Because technically a 50 caliber weapon in my version of Valor Victory is an A-class armor-piercing weapon. It's an anti-tank weapon. It can punch through thin armor. It has an armor-piercing value. It's an A. It's the worst armor-piercing value in the game. B is better, C is better, still D and so on. The higher the letter, the better the attack. But it doesn't matter. Per Valor Victory rules, if a soft-skinned vehicle, i.e. a helicopter, takes a single hit from an armor-piercing weapon, it's down. No ifs, ands, or buts. Alright, so dodged a bullet literally on that one. Okay, next. Somali movement. Get in the building. Hey, this guy's got a shot on these guys that just woke in that building. 7, and I had to add 3 to that. Sorry guys, I know I'm doing the turn sequence a little out. I want to make sure I don't cheese anything from the Somalis. Shit, that was a really good one. 5 plus 2 is 7. Yeah, one can actually do it. Pin somebody down. Half squad of Rangers pinned down by this PKM machine gun team across the street. What am I talking about? I got more Somali fire over here. Alright, they're gonna see if they can pin down that truck. Oh boy. 7 points, no bonuses. 9 on 7 is no effect. Got away with that. Now notice these Somali militia here can shoot through a civilian hex. They don't give a damn. Now the civilians, the Americans cannot shoot back through a civilian hex. One thing I was slightly these guys never actually got a chance to shoot before. I should have fired them this turn. I'll fire them twice this turn because I forgot to shoot them this turn during their defensive fire. They do have to pay 1 point for shooting across as well. These Humvees get partial cover. So I got a total of 5 points, -0 because he's not that great of a commander, so 5 points, +1 for me. So he's barely on the white row. I'm going to go ahead and roll twice to catch up for the Somalis. I'm firing on this hex. So the roll that should have been last turn is a 9, becomes a 10, no effect, and this turn a 5 becomes a 6. 2 casualties. Alright, the truck is now pinned, or the Humvee is now pinned, and now I can either assess a kill against a unit in there, which I don't want to do, or I can see if the whole Humvee moves. How risky should I be? 4, or I have to beat, the Somalis have to beat a 4. You have to roll a 5 or higher on these Humvees. This 5 that we see here on the Humvee, guys, my apologies, that's a misprint. It should be a 4. So I have to be over a 4 to knock out the Humvee. I know it says 5, but that's a misprint. 4, the real number is 4. I have to beat a 4 on one of these things. Boom, we got a Humvee blowing up. Alright, cool. Humvee is wrecked. Everybody bails out of the vehicle. Alright, first of all, Mr. Erickson. He is a casualty. Half squad. He is okay. Half squad. He is okay. Crew of the Humvee itself. He is a casualty. Jesus. And of course everybody's fine. That's not good. McKnight's calling finally got fired up pretty bad. Okay, cool. We now go to Somali movement, which we were actually already covered. They did their fire phase. American defensive fire phase. Can't shoot into this hex because blocked by civilians. However, we can shoot south, which we are definitely going to do. 2. Can't fire a wall from inside the vehicle. Maybe you should get out of the stupid truck. 8 points plus 2 for buildings. Holy crap. 8 points plus 2 for buildings. That becomes a 6. 2 casualties. Tagging I can pin off. The whole stack is not pinned. Now this stack is hopefully going to finish him off. A much more powerful stack is going to hopefully finish him off. There's no other targets for him, so 6 with a 50 cal, 8, what did we say, 23, 6 and 8, 6 and 2 become 8, another 12, 20, yeah, 23. Okay, 23 I have to add 2 for buildings. Oof, 11. Oh, no. Damn it, he got away. Oh, shit on me. Yeah, the Americans are suddenly running out of luck here. This group up here is blocked by tree hex. He cannot fire back. So these guys are probably going to roll away. God damn it. It should have been such an easy kill. These guys are totally blocked by trees. Other defensive fire phase. Oh, here comes payback. 5. More miniguns. That becomes a 10. 5 points in effect. 12. Okay, that was the miniguns aboard the Little Bird. That's with the modifier. That's a modified 6 on 12. No. Yeah, modified 6 on 12. 3 casualty rounds. This Black Hawk is going to try and knock down that douche club. Not with that release now. Oh, no modifier, sorry. There's an unmodified 8, but I don't think that's going to do it. No, I just missed. This guy never fired, although he can't hit the douche because the douche, even though he's at high altitude, because the douche is immediately behind intervening cover. So I'm going to go ahead and try and finish off the RPG. Come on with killing pinned units, man. Come on. Damn it, he missed again. Whenever it comes, that becomes that with the Woodspears. 11 points. 11 total score. Whenever it comes down to killing and pin down Somalis, my guys suddenly become idiots. No line of fire, no line of fire, nothing. No line of fire. Okay, that's going to ramp it up for American defensive fire. Somali assault and movement phase. He fades back into the building. He is not about to engage this huge American force in a straight-out gun battle. And these guys move in here to pick up that RPG. So God forbid I managed to get an RPG on the table. He's pinned, so we can't go in there. He's fine where he is. These guys are all upset. They're already out of the vehicle. Alright, cool. Now we're going to go to after action phase for the Somalis. Try to rally this guy down here, 6 or less. Of course he makes it. The half squad with him. Of course they make it. I'm starting to hate this guy. What else we have one pinned down leader here. He fails. Remains right here. Alright, cool. King turn 3. American turn 3. Command phase. Everybody rallies. Including pin down units. Oh, thank God. Okay, American direct fire phase. Here we go again. I gotta knock down that RPG. Because as soon as I move, he's gonna cook off another RPG. At least that leader remained pinned, so he's not gonna get that +1 bonus. That was kind of weird. Okay, so 12. Again, he's already fired his 20 rockets. All I got is a 12 miniguns. +2 for trees. That Little Bird is killing it. My Blackhawks can't shoot to hit the. They can't hit the planet. They couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. But my Little Bird is killing it. That's with the modifier. I got a total of 7 on 12 points. That's 2 casualty points. There are not 2 units in there, so I'm gonna have to take a casualty because I want to shoot that RPG. What do you think, guys? Should I give my Little Birds or my Blackhawks one more chance? Have some ground fire I can put in there. I think I might want to move those guys instead. Again, anything you move, you can't really shoot. Let me see if I can pin down that, let me see if I can, that would be great if I could pin down that last unit, and I only need 1 casualty, which means I'm on the 5 row, I have to add 2 to my die roll, I need a 5 or less. I get 2 chances at a 5 or less, and that will give you the... No, I'm going to use my regular guys, my ground troops. Who is that? Aaron. Alright, Sergeant Aaron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are in range. 2 points, 6 points. The law is out of range. I've got 8 points, -1, +2 for woods. I now need a 6 or less. would be nice. Sweet! 6, exactly. Alright, the only thing he can do, he can kill his officer, or he can pin this guy. I really want to shoot at the Black Hawk. I'm going to go ahead and be cheesy. Kill the officer. That's a Somali player. Now there's still an what's the word? An unpinned unit in the hex. I have to lose at least one support weapon because there's only one unit left in there. I obviously choose to use the RPD, so I will keep the RPG. When those Black Hawks move, I want a shot at them. It's going to be a terrible shot now because I have no leader in that hex. It's going to be a 4 or less, but at least now I get a shot. The whole point of the game is Black Hawk down! Alright, more American direct fire. These 2 Black Hawks have not fired. They're going to swivel around and they're going to start shooting at trucks. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. They can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can do it from here. So technically they don't even have to move. Alright, 5. I'm shooting at this technical up here. Okay, finally gets at least 4. 6 on the 5 row is 2 casualty points. He's pinned and triggers a survival check. Give me a 3 up. A 6, that's a burnt up technical. Boom! Nice. Does the guy inside the truck survive? The team inside the truck survive? Yes. He is pinned, however, because the truck was pinned before it exploded. And does the crew of the actual driver and shotgun guy of the truck survive? Yes, he also survives. You know these vehicle crews seem awfully powerful as full half squads. I gotta make up crew. I have to make up crew pieces that are like quarter squads or something like that. Other people on Board Game Geek have made up crew pieces for Valor Victory. I gotta do something similar. Okay. What else is going on here? Oh, yeah, this other Black Hawk hasn't fired yet. I want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this. Yeah, this guy's gonna fire on this thing. Try to blow him up. Try and take out all these douche. These douche and RPGs are the biggest threat to my helicopters. He is in range. There's no intervening terrain directly in front of him. I am at high altitude. But I get a crappy die roll. 8 on the 5 roll is no effect. So he's now fired for no effect. Leave me only with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Barely. Alright, cool. He'll take a shot as well. And that becomes a 9. No, it's a 7. It stays a 7. 1 casualty. I didn't kill him, but I did pin him down. Which is cool. That means a little bit less gunfire is coming back in. I start by this. Okay, any other direct fire? Yes. Mucho direct fire. 8 on this clan. 6 plus 2 becomes 8, no effect. Next, 23 and 2 because he's in the building. Oh crap! So we're actually subtract 1 for which one? Finally, a decent roll. Okay, subtract 1 for my commander, add 2 for the building. It's going to be a net adding 1 to my die roll. That's a 5 on the 23 roll. That is 5 casualty points. There's only 3 casualty points in there. Finally. Okay, that was these 3 things. Okay, that's going to be it for, time to go to movie. back away, and as they're backing away, RPG away. Opportunity fire. From the Somalis. Oh god. 4 or less, guys. Here we go. Oh, out of the box. Okay, he missed. Technically, these Blackhawks all have a arc facing I have to keep track of, but again, their only weapon is a 360-degree arc, so long story short, it doesn't really matter. However, the Little Bird, you'll notice, has all of its guns mounted on either wing pylons or directly in the nose, or on the wing pylons. So all of its weapons here, this little circle for 360 degrees is blank. All of its weapons are forward-firing arc only. So for the Little Bird, I have to pay attention to its firing arc. Technically, I have to hold that objective until the ground convoy gets there. That RPG is already fired, so I'm not worried about it. Kick the back door down and assault these guys from behind. That's it. This guy will get point-blank opportunity fire, I'm sorry to say, and he will get a chance to throw a grenade because it's okay. Oh, wrong guy. So I got a grand total of 7 points, +2 for point-blank opportunity fire, -2 for my buildings. Subtract 1 from the die roll for grenades. So you can throw 1 grenade per infantry. There's only 1 infantry unit in there. So it is 7 himself plus his PKM minus 1 nets. 7 becomes a 6 because again he has to subtract 1 net. That becomes 2 cash points. He's not going to assault. Well, is he already there? See, assaulting that hex is going to cost me 3 casualty points, which is going to wipe out the rest of Delta Force. So I don't want to do that. Oh boy, that was dumb. That just means he's going to shoot me again next turn. Boy, you aren't kidding. Delta Force can't buy a break. I already fired him, so I can't, actually no I didn't. That was, yeah I did. Damn it, I screwed up. Oh, yep, I screwed up. Oh god, I screwed up big time. Oh man. Oh, before movement, I'm supposed to do this. V5 does not move. X7 does move. Number 4. H9 does move. 3. And these guys here at the very edge of the map. 2 move. Come on, move off the damn table. 2 moves off the table. That's the very top of the map. When I move him to direction number 2, north is always 1. He literally runs off the map. So less civilians in the way, always a good thing. Oh man, I've really mismanaged Delta Force. Okay, last but not least, American Movement Formation. Oh crap, there's not a leader there. That wasn't legal. There, now it was legal. Try and keep down my casualties. Pin, pin, pin. Why am I launching all these assaults? Because it's the only way to get rid of these infantry. Can't give him fire support as he goes in there because those civilians are in the way. We never rode for those civilians. It doesn't matter, the fire phase is over, but we never rode for those. Victor 5, did we roll for Victor 5 anybody? are moving. Number 6. They're chasing behind me for some reason. My first assault goes in, throwing in a grenade on the ground. This is really stupid. 7 or less. Fucking of course not. Second assault succeeds. Dead, 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 dead. That cost me 8 points in exchange for 1 point. 2 points there. Although I did get, hold on. There were 2, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. So I launched 2 assaults there. The first one failed disastrously. But I can't take the hex, so those 2 prisoners escaped. That was disastrous. That was dumb. That was dumb. I'm literally throwing this gun away. With 2 grenades in. Oh, I had to throw those grenades. Then up here, I'm talking about this assault, which I shouldn't be doing. Should not be doing this. If I don't, it's even worse. No, you know what? I'm not doing it. Because if I do, it's going to create 2 casualty counters in that hex, and then this guy's just going to come down there and capture them. No. No. An end to the madness. I'm not doing it. The hell with it. I shouldn't have done these 2. American After Action Phase. 7 is a success. Another 7 is another success. I think I'm kind of doing it to myself. Alright, who is this? Carver? Come on, Carver. Do it. 6, he makes it. First squad. 7, barely. Third squad. 9, fails. And I abandoned these casualties, so now they're going to bleed out. Sorry guys, I totally screwed this game. I don't want to screw it up, so I would just cheat. Alright, here we go. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. I got lucky as shit there. 1, 3, 4, and 6. I'm trying not to roll a 5 or 6 to bleed out. Alright, that ends this completely bungled and mismanaged turn. I really screwed up with the barriers there. As bad as it is, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. I really did not do a good job on the end. Alright, really fast. Somali turn 3, command phase. Do they have anything pinned? They've got nothing pinned. Okay, we now go to... I actually abandoned that cat. Okay, now we're going to go to... Somali direct fire phase. He's pinned. Here it comes. 7 points, point blank. He's throwing in another grenade because he can. It's his last grenade. Last Somali grenade. Foop. 7 minus 1 plus 2. So it's 7 net and 1. 5. Net and 1 is 6. 2 casualty points. Trying to keep those Delta Force guys alive. I completely overcommitted them on sprint. Alright. The good news is I can now put some defensive fire into this hex and hopefully pin them down before they assault my ass. If they assault me, I just lost 2 unsecured casualties. The Delta Force guys, their fate is in the hands of this Black Hawk and this team across the street. Technically this Humvee too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this Humvee has line of sight on now. He shoots across those walls into that building with his 50 cal. Alright. So that's direct fire. This is direct fire. I got a total of 8 points. Plus 2. Plus 2 for my building. Becomes 9 on 8. I think that's okay. Alright, that's no big surprise. He's gonna move. Okay, Somali move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to assault, or he's going to try to assault and take those 2 American casualties. Here's the really good news. He's probably going to do it too. The Americans have lost the game, lost the game, lost the game. Americans lost the game because they're stupid. Or at least I'm stupid. Any other Somali movement? -3 points, point blank opportunity fire, -1 commander. I gotta make this. How many grenades do I have left? 3 grenades. Two of them are going into this. So it's 23 minus 3. I've gotta do some horrific damage. For all the marbles, guys. I'll show it on camera. I got a pretty bad roll. -3. 6 on... Yep, Americans just lost the game. 6 on the 23 row is 4 casualty points per row. Which means that assault's gonna go in. 1, 2, 3 casualty points. Well, hold on. I've got a 50 cal that can do something. And these guys, I don't think can. Actually, yes, they can. Alright, hope is not completely lost yet. This guy cannot shoot. Well, actually, he can. Because he can scrape. He just has to pay 1 for scraping past those first trees. He's at -3. So 8 minus 3. Or 8 plus 3 minus 1 is 2. Plus 2. This isn't great. I have to roll 5 rolls to do anything now. Oh, hell no. If there were any more Somali snipers, they would have just showed up. 10, 11. Just enough. Minus 1. 6 on 11 is 3 more casualty points. 1, 2, 3. It's an absolute meat grinder here, guys. If he can assault into that hex and capture these 2 casualties, he won't capture them, he'll just butcher them. It's just whether or not he can now get past that 50 down. That's in the straight. Point blank. I got bad news for you. He's still dead. But it will pretty much end the rest of the Somali army in the process. What the hell did I do? I didn't mean to erase the Humvee. I meant to erase the grenades. Alright, this grenade, or this, the Maul Deuce on the top of that Humvee is going to shoot south as he tries to run through there. 6 points. -2, +2. I got to roll 1 through 7. 6. Is a net 2 points. Alright, he's dead. But here's the problem. Here's why he's still dead. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Play the Ranger theme, guys. He might still make it. All these Americans have now taken opportunity fire. So none of these guys can shoot as these clowns go perpendicular. 1, 2. He's got a leader. 3, 4. Oh my god, this is make or break time. The Somalis are going for it, man. If they can capture and kill those 8 Rangers that are laying there in the street. There are 8 Rangers bleeding out in the street there. If they can make it, ungroup. Alright guys, we may save the stream after all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. As they're running across the street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1 for open. They're all in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, they're not all in range. Only some of them are in range. The Little Bird and that first Blackhawk. 12, -1. Snake Eyes. Oh, I wish I had the damn camera on. Snake Eyes. Sorry, guys, that was an honest roll. 6 Snake Eyes. It becomes a 1, but there isn't a 1. On the 12 row, that is 8 casualty points. Really 7 casualty points. That blows him up. Now this last group, as he runs across the street, Little Bird, not Little Bird, Blackhawk with 5. He's the last hope. The last hope! Can he do it? So he runs across the street. 5, I have to subtract 1. Turn the camera on this time, Debbie. 4! Holy crap, I think he did it. 5 -1. 4 -1 becomes a 3 on the 5 row. 4 casualty points. He did it. He did it, he did it, he did it. How many Somalis died trying to get to Hex Uniform 5? Literally the rest of their force except for these technicals. And there's a couple squads left in here. Oh my god. The bad news is Delta Force got kind of hosed on that too. Delta Force kind of got hosed on that too. Because these guys were going to, well, no, this Blackhawk was going to support and try to break up this unit before he can launch his attack. Movement. Point blank opportunity fire. +2 for buildings. -2 for point blank opportunity fire. 5 just becomes a 5. Come on, I need to get lucky a few more times. 7 on 5 is 1 casualty point that pins him down. That's all I need. That was this Blackhawk firing into here. This Black Hawk, you can't hit him because there's buildings in the way. This Black Hawk can't hit him because there's buildings in the way. I can take defensive fire later. And these two have already fired, trying to save these guys. It's all up to this group. You've got to do it, man. He obviously can't see through those building hexes. Can't see through those building hexes. They're high. They can probably take pokes at these technicals and so on. By the way, that technical's pretty good. Oh, I need one more lucky. 2, 6. The law's out of range. Damn it, that law. I have only 8 points. The medic doesn't have any long range, but the medic can't really help. I'm looking at a grand total of 8 points. Who is that? Aaron? I should start Aaron. It's up to you and your little half squad of Rangers. Save Delta Force. Please do it! 8 points, -1 for Aaron, +2 for buildings equals a net +1. Oh, please. Say a prayer with me, guys. This is it. Anything going on YouTube? Just trying to check here. Oh no, this is all we got. This is my only roll. Otherwise they're going to launch an assault, and even if they... Oh no! I'm okay. No, he'll still kill those two guys. I have to pin him down. By the strict interpretation of the rules and the turn sequence, I have to pin down that Somali squad. 8 points, I'm on the white row. Gotta do it. Adding 1 to the die roll. Shit, I gotta roll 6 for this. 9, failed. Shit. Okay. Well, couldn't get away with everything. Actually, as badly as I screwed up, American turn 3, I'm lucky it's only this bad. It could have been a metric bleep turn worse. Could have been a hell of a lot worse. Let me go ahead and finish up some of that. Do I want to... Let's have a dramatic end to the stream. First of all, let me make sure my stack is legal. It is legal. Allahu Akbar! 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can't quite reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god. Dodged a little bit of a bullet there. Okay, can't quite reach. So I'm going to stay inside that large Olympia hotel so make sure that little birds can't kill me next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be another gun battle inside the Olympic Hotel. Because the ground convoy is taking its sweet-ass time making that left-hand turn over there. That left-hand blinker is a really long left-hand blinker right there. That left-hand turn signal, it's a long turn signal. Okay. Oh, Rangers. Okay, now this clown makes his assault. Okay, as he makes that assault, these two guys are destroyed automatically because they're already pinned. There's no roll for it. That's the bad news. Here's the good news. Their assault is 1 to 2. He has no grenades left. I'm throwing in my last Delta Force, my last American grenade counter. And I have a -2. So it's 1 to 2, -3. -2 for my leader, -3. He basically has no chance. 1 to it to -3. He has to roll snake eyes. He has to roll snake eyes. That's a 5 and a 7. Alright, so that means the assault fails. He's wiped out. It doesn't matter, he took those 2 casualties. He inflicted those 2 casualties. The Americans, meanwhile, still have to pay a casualty point for, because there was 1 enemy infantry unit in that assault. So, Sanderson, you've got a lot of problems up there. He's 1 man in there with pinned down units and casualties all over the place. The only problem with killing all those guys via, killing all these clowns via opportunity fire is I don't get them as opportunity fire. I didn't get to take them into service, which means no prisoners. Alright, American turn for we're going to finish this game in the next hour. We're going to finish this game before 11. Nice 4-hour stream. To the Americans. Okay, first of all, everything rallies. American command posts. Oh damn, I never finished American defensive fire. 2 5s. Let me do that super fast. 2 5s against these technicals, especially this guy. Oh, this guy gets a chance to rally. Oh, let me do defensive fire, and then at the end of that turn, he gets to rally. I was a little too fast. Alright, American defensive fire, 5 and 5. The 2 Blackhawks that didn't get to shoot. On that technical in the open with the freaking blow-up gun. The douche. I can't hit this recoilless rifle because he's hiding too close behind the building. Yeah, watch out for that guy. He's going to put a recoilless rifle on the ground through one of my homies. I'm going to try to avoid that. Right now, my choppers can't see him. Alright, but I can take care of this last douchka, hopefully. One of these 2 have to roll 7 or less. 4. Wounds. Maybe not. So I have to make a survival check. Cool. I rolled a total of 4. He's in the open. He's already pinned, so he doesn't get to soak 1. That means that they all get absorbed as damage. 4 is 4 casualty points. Boom, he's lost. He was already bailed out. No, he wasn't. He's still on the track. Does he survive? Because okay. Hold on, back up. Guys, he was considered in the truck because he was underneath the counter. I probably should have taken him out of the truck, but the Somalis have no monopoly on dumbass mistakes. The Americans really screwed up turn 3. Alright, so let's see if he survives. Yes, he does. We'll go ahead and fix this configuration. Does the crew of that truck survive? Yes, they do. Okay. Now the other one will shoot at those guys. The other one, Blackhawk. 7 on the A table is 1 casualty point, 1's pinned down. Okay, now the Somali end of their phase and trying to rally that guy. He fails. Alright, cool. Now we're caught up. Beginning of American turn 4. We've done their command phase. Let's get going with their movement phase. No. Dude, direct fire phase. Calm down, son. Pretty sure these helicopters can move around with near impunity. Oh, these RPGs are outside the building. So as long as they don't, as long as they stay outside the building. The only technical I have to worry about that still has weapons is this thing here, so I won't fire him. These 2 guys will shoot into that building. Actually, no, this guy's gonna fire. A grand total of 8 minus 2 plus 2. Just have to roll 7 plus 6. He's dead. That was the Delta Force guys finally managed to pop out and finish him off. I'm gonna fire at him. He's pinned down in the middle of the street. I never drove to rally him, did I? He does not rally. Alright. 5 versus a pinned down unit. I basically just need 7 or less. Who's destroyed? No! Opportunity fire. Got a grand total of 10 points. That reduces to 5. We're going to try and shoot down that Black Hawk this one. It's a narrow chance, but it is possible. Shit, with a good roll, they might have done it. That's a 5. Is 3 casualty points. That Black Hawk just took ground fire enough to, yeah, pretty badly shoot him up. 5 versus... Alright, so... Yeah. Oh, man, that's terrible. Ooh, I messed that up. It's okay. He might not go down. He needs a 5 up to not... Basically, the Somali player needs a 5 up to shoot him down. He shot him down. Another Black Hawk down. There it is. Okay, more scatter. 6. He goes 1 hex this way. Crashes to the ground. We got a Black Hawk down. We got a Black Hawk down. I finally get to say move to... Who of that Black Hawk? He's cash. Now he's going to get overrun by these Somalis over here. Now it's another rescue mission. This is what we saw in the movie. We have to get to that casualty before he gets overrun by these Somalis. Okay, any other American movements? They fired. Four is 5 versus... Casualty points. That was this Black Hawk. There's no leader here, right? Thank God. With no leader, his maximum movement is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can assault him from here. Alright, well, if he does, he's going to run into all kinds of opportunity. Let's just put it that way. Little Bird, 12. Actually, switch these two. Little Bird, 12 into this group here. I have to add 2 to my tower because he's inside the building. Good roll. Go Little Bird. I'm glad that one was on camera. 2 for building makes 5 on 12. 4 casualty points. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that wiped him out. I needed that. Black Hawk into this technical. This technical has a 106 millimeter recoilless rifle. He can't shoot an aircraft with that, but he's clogging up this road. If I can clear him, I don't want to send these Humvees down the road with this recoilless rifle shooting right down the flank. So here comes the Black Hawk. Going to try and put minigun fire into that last technical. This would be nice. It's okay. I got a lucky roll somewhere else. 5 and 8, that is just barely miss. Fired, shot down, fired, left. Okay, so bad. This technical stuff. because I'm running out of time. I have to get there this turn. I have to get there this turn if I want to get the 20 points for picking up the high value targets from the Olympic Hotel, and then hauling ass the other way. Gotta do it. Okay, let me take care of some other movement first, because I'm done with direct fire. Sergeant Williams, not suicide mission. It's time to go on a crazy mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's nothing else I can pay him down with. That's next. I don't even know if this is working. Somalis have to move out here. Well, no matter what, they'll clear the road, because the Somali technically gets opportunity fire. And if he fires the recoilless rifle against these guys, he doesn't get opportunity fire on the street. So no matter what, Mr. Bronze Star Williams here is going to get something. He's going to accomplish something with this mission. Oh God, pray for a high roll, guys. Pray for a high roll. Oh, sweet Lord, I'm glad that was on camera. -2, I'm afraid, because of point blank opportunity fire. So that becomes an 8 on 15. 8 on 15 is one casualty rate. Drake. Oh, I'm sorry, not Drake. Williams will pin himself and allowing the other guys their assaults. But assault comes after movement. Well, it doesn't matter because they've already taken their opportunity. Oh God, that was lucky. Okay. Rest of the American movement, please. Deuce and a half is not going to quit me yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Damn it! Vehicle facing always has to be between a hex edge. Hex edge. I don't have enough officers. Damn it. We can do it this way. Is that legal? No. That was not legal, sorry. I want to blow up these technicals, or I want to assault these technicals, but I'm not going to get a chance to do it this turn. And if I do it, see, if these guys were delta first, they could do it because they're all leaders. When you have a leader with your stack, your movement rate is 6. And it's 2 points when you're going through the woods or buildings. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, he's done, because he doesn't have a leader with him. If I had a leader with me, I would get 5, 6, and now I'm in assault range. I would assault both these technicals, and that would give me 2 more POWs. Pretty easy. Because there's no infantry unit in those axes. Moving. 6. Not moving. We have 1 more on the far side. Speaking of prisoners. That's going to be E5 would just be a carpet of a ranger dead in that room to room battle. 1, 4, oh my god. If he wants me, he's got to come in. Okay, other American movement. Use assault and move to get an extra medic in there. You know who this is? This is Wombly, and what was his name? Twombly? The 2 guys that got left behind with the M60. There's a guy with it was either an M240 or a 60, and another guy with a saw. There's 2 machine gunners that are left behind. The comic relief of that movie. Oops. Are we supposed to go to the Humvees? I think the Humvees were supposed to come to us. They're going to the Humvees. Bracing for a massive assault by Somali infantry. You know, I forgot somebody saw it. And somebody saw 60. Come on, guys, please set your weapons. Okay, that is... What the hell? Somehow I moved that capital. You're supposed to be with a black hole first. Okay, after action phase for the Americans. Advanced on assault phase. I do have 1 assault. And we're finally going to use that law rocket. Boom, law rocket is now used. That gives me 11 total points against 11 total. He already fired opportunity fire, so 11 total points against 2 for an unarmed vehicle, because you can't use record that strike for weapons. So it's considered unarmed for assault. So it's 1,000,000 to 1. Really, it's 4. You see the 10 steps. And I barely succeeded. I needed a 10 or less. I got that. So that is a blown up truck. That's the last thing that can really affect the trucks getting going. These guys now own that X, and we have a prisoner. So it's a successful assault, which means I get the crew. So that whole crew getting blown up and, like, you know, new guys popping up is annoying. It also means that the free load force gets prisoners and also the trucks. So it's kind of a give and take. Okay, any other advancements? Yes. Continue to reinforce these 2 axes because I know there's a shitstorm coming at that. Okay, that's going to be it for advanced assault. After action phase. -2, -1, because that's a Delta Force guy who automatically gets a -1 because he's considered evacuate casualties. 9, that's a success, barely, -2. And that's a success. These 2 guys are gone. It's been a bloody game, but so far no unsecured casualties. Did I screw something up? At least not game mechanic-wise. Okay, we have a medic here. A medic automatically covers a wound. He doesn't have to make it. That's literally what he's doing. Now, Mr. Ramirez here is going to go ahead and make a roll. He's a ranger, so he gets a 7, -1 for his leadership bonus. He needs an 8. He makes it. Okay, -1 needs an 8. Barely. Just touch and go for a minute there. We gotta do some CPR, get him going again. And then this guy needs a 7 on this. He's got the lead. He makes it. Alright, no man left behind. Although we've lost too many casualties, at least everyone's going to go. That was the casualty figure that we started with. We got 8 security. Oh, and this guy, there's no one in his hex. He's going to have to make a bleed out check. That's Chief Warrant Officer Wolcott right there. Come on, man. Make your check. You don't roll a 5 or 6. Shit. 5. He passed away. Couldn't get to him in time. He will count double against him. So we mark him as upside down. That cost me 8 victory points. Oh god. Okay, this guy down here is going to try and evacuate that POW. He needs a 7 or less. Yep, he's evacuated. Somali turn forward. Oh wait, we'll try to rally Williams down here. He needs a 7 or less because he's a Nope, he failed. He is something's going on there with Sean Williams. He's not level like at the moment. Okay, Somali turn forward. First off, rally everything. Everything's dead. Except for unarmed vehicles and this huge jihadi strike force. Okay, so nothing going on there. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to start combining squads. Combine one squad. That's what that means I can cram more guys into a stack. deadlier assault. You heard me right, I'm making an assault. One huge path assault. That's 2 infantry units, 3 infantry units. Yeah, he can fit his whole force on one stack. Here it is, he's going all in. He's putting in the stack, literally. He's putting in the stack. 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry units in the hex. The hex is needed. And that's going to include 3 RPGs. So they are just going to RPG the shit out of that inside of that building. And then just charge it. Here's the good news. I get opportunity fire before he does that. Here's the bad news. I don't have that much. Climax of the game. Lieutenant Aaron, it's all up to you. 8 points. 14 points, 19 points. I think that barely gets me on the blue. Oof. Barely gets him on the blue. -2 for buildings, -2 for point, +2 for buildings, -2 for point blank opportunity fire. This would be a great time to have some grenades left, but I don't. And he's only going to get weaker from here because he just used up his M72 Maul rocket. Alright, so it's 19 points. I've got to roll good here. I've got to roll good here. 19. Oh boy. -1 for my leadership bonus. Who's leader? Yeah. Alright, so I get to subtract 1 and add 2. Please, 2. Do it! 5. -1. Net. That's 4. 19. 6 casualty points. I have to lose 1 RPG because there's only 2 infantry units left in the stack. Oh god. Notice that my boy Ajub there made sure to choose an attack path where nobody else could see and provide suppressive fire to try and support him. He's literally inside the building. All those 6 hexes are running on building hexes. So the only guy that could see him was Aaron's 2 fire teams. Okay, now I've got 4 + 4 for the 2 RPGs, 4 for the half squad is 12, 13 total points versus my 14. Wow, that is 1 to 2 odds. Sorry. You always round in favor of the defender. Check that. Yep, 13 versus 14 is 1 to 2 odds. 1 to 2 odds. You then roll a... he gets staggered 2 off of his roll because he's a kick-ass leader. He's up against Aaron, who is a semi-kick-ass leader. But my guys are elite. That doesn't matter because I was doing that before. So it's a grand total of... Oh my god, dude, this is even money. I think this is even money. Oh, no, it's 96. 1 to 2 odds, he gets the net, subtract 1 from his library. So what he's really looking for here is a 6 or less on 2d6. This is going to be so bad if he makes it. It's not hard enough for casualties. Please do not make your roll. Just fail this roll, and this will literally table the Somalis. Here we go. He needs a 6 or less. Rank for 7 up. Damn it! Alright, Somalis. Well played. Successful assault. How? 3 infantry units in that hex, plus 2 for the building that makes the Jalub, or Jude there took 5 casualty points, 3 plus 2, to assault that X. So at least, thank God, he doesn't occupy the X, because he's only got 3 casualty points and he's suffered 5. No matter how crafty he gets with pinning or whatever, yeah, he's not taking that X. He's wiped out. However, it also means the Americans are wiped out. Successful assault, the defending flag is always completely wiped out. But at least he doesn't occupy the X. If he occupied the X, guys, that is 3 unsecured casualties immediately falling into Somali hands. That is what you call 24 points. That is game ending. That would have been 4 plus 4 plus an officer. That would have been 9 Americans duct taped to chairs in Somali basements. That's not good. 9 Americans being dragged through the streets. Not good. Oh, it's still bad. I still have 9 casualties. 4 plus 4 plus 1. 3 casualty numbers. Okay, and that will end the Somali turn, because they really have nothing else besides unarmed punch. Okay, guys, so now we begin American turn 5. American turn 5, there's really nothing left. We're just going to go ahead and put all this gunfire into these technicals, because they're not even armed. So you know what? Just so that I don't get a chance to assault them, they're going to try and drive away. 1, 2, this is back during Somali opportunity fire. I'm Somali movement phase. Opportunity fire. 6, try not to get 15. Yeah, I have to do it. 15. That is indirect opportunity fire while in the open. That gives me a -1, so that's actually what is it, 6 on the 15 row. 3 casualty points. Okay, if I roll above 3, I did. He's destroyed. I actually was hoping to fail it, because if I can assault him, I get the prisoners. This guy goes to 1, 2, 3, and now Blackhawk number 1's got to take opportunity fire. 5 points. -1 for opportunity fire in the open. That actually becomes 4. 4 on 5 is 4 casualty points. He's also pinned away 3 up. Actually, nearly double 3. Damn it. And this guy turns around. And that's when this Blackhawk takes a look at it. Oops, I need 2 dice. That actually becomes 8 on 5. That missed. This Blackhawk's going to shoot next. That actually becomes a 6 on 5. Yeah, 6 on 5 is 2 points. Okay, now I got to make a 3-up roll to destroy it. Come on, fail the roll. Cool, it's Monday. Alright, this truck is Monday. He made it that far, then I shot him. So, cool. Now it's American turn 5. American turn 5. Detail this fire team 1, 2, 3. He's going to ace. Oh, technically, he gets a chance to rally that truck. Sorry. He fails. Okay, so American with turn 5. Movement phase 1, 2, 3. Assault a pinned unit. Automatic success. No cost. That's a POW for us. I'll wait to try and evacuate him until I get to the. I'll wait to try and evacuate him until I can. Williams automatically rallies the command phase. Okay, other American great fire. There's no American movement. Because there's never nothing else. That's what I should do. American movement. Get in the Humvees. Pay attention to my cost. To my command and cost. Yes. So, Now these guys all start driving the other way. Attacking against them. That's not legal. They load up, and that's the end of that unit's movement. Nobody gets in the Humvee, the second item, because that's the one that was adjacent to the actual objective hex. He has to now drive home on turn 5. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, technically, he has to. One for free. 2. One for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then, oh my god, I'm 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, he does make it. Oh, by 1 hex. I think he makes it. Okay, that means that the rest of these guys are going to have to literally do the Mogadishu Mile. 1, 2, 3, 4, because they have no leader with them. These vehicles will, you know what? He'll get on this back. These guys are going to be doing the Mogadishu Mile. They're going to have to literally run home. Because this truck is not full, this Humvee is not full. Maybe the little bird will come through. Little bird can't carry all of them. Carries. Okay, but I want to stay there and evacuate those casualties. Okay, these guys start doing Mogadishu Mile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Delta Force is now doing the Mogadishu Mile. Okay. Helicopters are just, flying around covering everybody. Okay, I'm just going through these motions because it makes a big difference for victory points, but what I actually have time to do. Okay, now the American after action phase reads as medic automatically recovers a casualty. He recovers on a 9, he recovers on an 8. So I'll roll the 9 first. He succeeds. I'll roll the 8. He fails. So we got 1 insecure casualty. That, what is this? Herrera is not able to evacuate. Let's hope he doesn't bleed out. Okay, now let's try to evacuate this prisoner up here. He needs a 7 or less. He fails with an 8. Okay, now we go to American turn 6. 6, not 6. You can tell us I'm wrong. American turn 6. Yeah, I know this feels pointless because there's no Somali stuff on the table, but it's important. Alright, so all these guys get off the table. Now, does this Humvee make it? 1, 2, free movement facing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He makes it. 20 points to the American player. 1 ground vehicle, that's the high value target. He's duct taped and hog tied in the back of that Humvee. Oh, sorry, at the end of turn 5, I had to roll Sitrep lead out. Come on, please. Nope. He passed away. Herrera did his best. But he slipped away. That's going to be 8 more casualty points. 8 more victory points. That's a lot of player. That's the importance of medics. And last but not least, because, these guys are going to make it all, that's fine. just going to keep the Mogadishu Mile all the way back. Last thing we're really going to try and find out is that this guy, he can bring his cash to his prisoner. Can he evacuate his prisoner? He needs a 7 or less. You know what? He'll stay with him to give him a 9 or less. 9 or less, do it! He did it. Cool, let's score more points than that. There's a living prisoner who is going to take. Okay guys, that finally finishes the game. That's the final situation. Technically, these trucks start hauling ass home. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another counter and then I'll get him in a second. 1, 2 points to turn around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 2 points to turn around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These guys were kind of stuck there, evacuating a prisoner. Choppers are doing what choppers do. These guys now suddenly have no casualties to take care of. They are leaders, so they get the medic is with leaders, so they get a woman of 6. They're the last guys to leave the hotel. They're literally going to Mode Mile it. And is there a faster route? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. They're going to Mode Mile it all the way back home. Alright guys, that is, and these guys actually make it off the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there's a leader with them. Surprise. 1, 2, 3, makes it. Leaders with them. Oh, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this guy was, yeah, he's starting off there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, cool. Of course, helicopters. We lost 2 choppers, guys. We got the high value target and we took a crap load of casualties. Some of them did actually explode. Oh man. Alright, so we're coming up on 4 hours. Holy crap. Alright guys, to really quick we're gonna do the score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 unsecured casualties. No, 10 secured casualties. That is 40 points. 2 unsecured casualties that actually passed away. They're 8 points apiece. That's 16. I killed no civilians. I did lose 2 helicopters. That's 8 points. And I lost. What else did I lose? I lost. I didn't lose anything. I dealt 5 prisoners. 5 times 4 is 20. And I took the objective. But that's for something else. Okay. So, Somali squad. U.S. casualty secured, 10. So that gives them 4 points. U.S. casualty unsecured, 16. U.S. helicopters, 2, 8. 56 plus 8 is 64. Militia cash, oh my god. I don't even know. First of all, how many technicals did I blow with? Oh man, I think I blew all the technicals. Yeah, I think I did. So go back to the construction tab. Table the Somalis, so how many Somalis did we have? the same number twice. 41 total figures on the table. Well, again, counting full squads twice, half squads once, and leaders as one. It was a total of 41. We killed them all. So it's going to be 41 militia casualties. Now, the prisoners are worth 4. So rather than subtract, but you can't be a KIA and a prisoner, obviously. So the easiest way to count it is to just count the POWs as killed and just add 3 points for each. That way you don't double count. Because that's not fair against the others. So I took a total of 5 casualties. They are all casualties. I've already counted them as casualties. But they're prisoners, so I counted 3 additional ones. So 3 times 5 is 15. So I really should just make this 3 equals 15. I did get the objective. How many technicals did I blew up? Technicals! How many technicals were there? 9 technicals. So the Americans won this one almost as, well, not nearly as bad. Yesterday's score was 120 something Somalis to 72 Americans. The Americans lost yesterday by 50 points. And I was rolling like a beast yesterday. I was playing the Americans yesterday, and I rolled like I rolled awesome. My little bird rolled snake eyes twice in a row. My Blackhawks rolled 2s and 3s and 4s, and I still lost by 50 points. Really, as an American player, really screwed up turn 3, but largely got away with it. I'm not sure if this game is, if the scenario is correctly balanced yet as far as points goes. I do feel like the Americans won. They did everything they were supposed to. They didn't really suffer any unnecessary, unsecured casualties. Nobody on my side got assaulted. I tried to play the Somalis as hard as I could, as far as fair or whatever. Of course, it was a solitaire game, and I'm playing as the air quotes Americans, so there's going to be a little bit of bias. I'm not trying to deny that. So I'm expecting the Americans to win, but I'm just trying to make sure that they don't win by too much. But that's our final situation, guys. Everyone's heading home. Here are the Blackhawks. Blackhawks, they'll just kind of cover these guys, make sure they don't get ambushed on the way by some random little birds. Got Overwatch, even though his guns are dry. He's just kind of chilling, watching out over everything. His guns may be dry, but the Somali stuff on that. Alright, we got our high value target. Cool. Alright guys, so yeah, this is a long stream. I didn't expect it to be 4 hours. I was looking for 2 hours. But I was looking for like 2 hours on the stream and like do a couple turns. Once I got to like turn 3, I was like, hell no, man, I'm finishing this game. I want to go all the way. So we did all 6 turns. Most Valor Victory scenarios that you find are 6 turns. Yeah, so 6 turns is kind of standard. That's what I kind of designed my scenarios to. And yeah, that was our final results. We had 1 Humvee blown up, and 1 little bird knocked down, and 1 Black Hawk knocked down. High value target secured. Delta got hammered. Delta got not only bad rolling on the first die roll, but then they also got, like in this building up here, I really did not manage the building. I did not do well with my team's numbers. I overestimated how tough they were. I think I lost at least half of them. So that was a good run. Yeah, you don't want to lose high value troops like that. Didn't shoot any civilians, that's always a good thing. I damn near came close once. But I literally just didn't see the counter on that. Plus I missed that. But yeah, that's not how the game works. You're not allowed to hide counters in an exit counter. Oh, there were civilians over there. You didn't see them under my stack. Alright guys, so other than that, we're going to go ahead and close out the stream. It's been super long. We're pushing 4 hours as we speak. So thanks very much, everyone. This has been our second playthrough of our Mogadishu Somalia game. We hope you enjoyed it, or will enjoy it later on YouTube. If nothing else, trying to keep up our schedule. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. Keep an eye out for the general show on Thursday. Bill's going to be doing something, and I believe we are recording a podcast today. I'm sorry, this week. So keep an ear out for that. Other than that, everyone, we're going to go ahead and take off. Thanks very much, and yeah, we'll talk to everybody in the week coming forward. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and if I don't talk to you before then, happy holidays. And I won't say Happy New Year, but goddamn, how about a better New Year? 2021's got to be better than 2020. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, take care, and I'll be in touch with everybody very shortly. So long.